Investments, Highway 60 and 9th Streets in Mitchell. Springs Valley Meadows, formerly Medco, Highway 145 in French Lick. Brooks Galloway Real Estate Appraisal at 8481 West College Street, French Lick, 936-7301. The IU Health Paley Hospital, the only nationally ranked health system in the state of Indiana. Reacher Chiropractic in Paley, the natural way to good health. 33 Brick Street, good food and a legendary atmosphere, downtown French Lick. And by Springs Valley Bank and Trust Company, offices in French Lick, Jasper, and Paley. And now, Springs Valley High School football. Let's go to the field. And the boys of Blackhawks, Cupid Edwards, Mike Hamilton, and Tracy Tucker.
From Cougar Valley, the football field at North Daviess High School in Elnora, Indiana, this is Springs Valley High School football, where tonight the Blackhawks close out the 2017 regular season as they take on the North Daviess Cougars. Hello again, everyone. Mike Hamilton being joined by Tracy Tucker as the Hawks really look to build up a head of steam and make it 5 consecutive wins heading into Sectional 48 play next week when they host North Central by beating a North Daviess team that has recorded just 1 win on the season. That was 2 weeks ago against the Wood Memorial Trojans. The Hawks have enjoyed some success over the last couple of years, beating them twice in a row, including last year in the Valley by a 53-6 count. Well, Tracy Tucker, as Valley enters this ball game tonight, certainly about the only thing really that is important for them is just to keep playing well. We saw that last week in their win over Perry Central, and Mark Hammond, I'm sure, hoping the kids will be able to do the same here tonight.
Yeah, Mike, what a great time of the year for high school football. Going into the last regular season game, everybody's fired up about the upcoming tournament, and Springs Valley is definitely on a roll with a 4-game win streak, and hope to continue that tonight down here at North Daviess. But we've had a lot of good football games with North Daviess throughout the years. Tonight it looks like on paper we might be the better team, but we'll see what happens.
Well, we'll hear from Scotty Helms a little bit later on, but he calls it a year that's maybe not rebuilding, but one that has not had as much talent as maybe some of the teams that he has enjoyed in the past. Meanwhile, Braden Whitaker looking to keep things going. 4 touchdown passes to Jackson Land last week that really was the big catalyst in the victory over Perry Central last week. But Valley developing that mantra, I think, Tracy, whereby if you try to stop the pass, they'll run it down your throat, and then vice versa.
Yeah, Springs Valley is definitely utilizing a lot of different weapons this year, and when you spread the ball out and spread it around like that, it makes it tough on the opponent to key on certain things. So definitely the versatility is going to be a huge advantage for Springs Valley tonight and going into the tournament.
Even though it may look like as the Hawks advance in Sectional 48 play, they could be staying at home for a while, they want to play well here on the road and spoil senior night here at North Daviess. Tonight, it's the Blackhawks and Cougars. Valley at 4-4, and North Daviess coming in with a record of 1-7. When we come back, we'll be joined by head coach Mark Hammond on the Springs Valley Football Report. He'll join us in a moment. This is Springs Valley High School football.
When it comes to shopping local, most of us think of small, friendly mom-and-pop shops with their quality products and commitment to their community. You may not think of Smithville as a local company, but it is. An Indiana company built by Hoosiers for Hoosiers. Nationally recognized for outstanding fiber internet, TV, voice, and security, as well as incredible customer service provided by your fellow Hoosiers. Go local. Visit switchtosmithville.com for the fastest internet and more. You'll be in good hands.
This is the Springs Valley Football Report with head coach Mark Hammond as the Blackhawks go on the road to face North Daviess in their final regular season game. Coach, last week, great game with Perry Central on senior night. Hadn't beaten them in successive ball games, I think, since 2003. Tremendous ball game, went back and forth much of the way. You were able to keep the lead and, in the end, able to hang on and get the win.
Yeah, coming into it, we knew Perry Central was going to be a well-disciplined team, well-coached team, and again, had some size on us that has hurt us in the past on the defensive side and offensive side. So, it was a big challenge for our team. I was really pleased with the way we come out and responded, and kind of like I said, we kind of got down early, but then we had a tie, I think, in a little bit later, but then we was always able to come back and get the lead. So, and in the second half, was able to get up a couple scores, and again, it was kind of, biting your fingernails a little bit at times because you like, well, offense needs to keep the ball going, but again, we was able to do enough stuff good stuff to keep the ball and keep it out of their hands enough, and we scored enough. So, again, it was one of those nice close ball games you need going into sectional play, and a really nice, proud of the way the kids responded, and a big win for us.
From about the minute mark of the second quarter on through the rest of the ball game, both offenses seemed to dominate. Was that surprising at all to you?
Yeah, to be honest, you don't know how they're going to respond as far as their defense and our defense. But again, we found some things that we wanted to hurt them with, and was able to continue to do those. And unfortunately, they found something that got them going a little bit. And because like you said, for the most of the first half, we were under control defensively and controlling them. And all of a sudden, they connected on a big play, and then they found something that they kind of could churn out some yards, and we weren't able to get a stop there. But again, that was surprising. I thought we'd do a little better job of stopping there in the second half, but we just couldn't come up with that big play that we needed. And again, a lot of credit goes to Perry Central. I think watching film, I know our kids were in the right spots and working hard and making them grind it out. It was just we couldn't ever come up with that one big play we needed.
Well, there were plenty of big plays on the offensive end, especially with Braden Whitaker and Jackson Land hooking up 4 times. Jackson making some spectacular catches. I don't want to exclude him totally because I know Ryan Tao had a couple nice catches. I think Zach had a big one for a first down. So it's good to see the passing game clicking after the last couple opponents really tried to put an emphasis on trying to stop it.
Yeah, and that's something that, I give a lot of credit to our kids. They realize where we're at now, and they realize some teams are going to come out and try to stop the run. Some of them going to try to stop the pass. And as you said, Tecumseh and Crawford both were really focused on dropping people back and not giving up the deep ball and really, not rushing as many. And they was giving the run up. But, Perry Central was coming up trying to stop the run a little more, and we were able to hit them over the top a few times. And like I said, we had, I think, 4 receivers make some big plays for us throughout the game. And Ryan and Zach and Wyatt and Nick, of course, Jackson having a great game, going 4 touchdowns and stuff, make some catches. So again, it's just the kids got to stay focused and understand it might take us a little bit to get figured out on the offensive side, but once we see what the team's going to try to do to us, we'll be able to counteract that and get it going.
Coaches, I always like to do at this time of the year, going into the final regular season game. The group of 7 seniors that you've had have meant a lot to you, especially since you've returned to the head coaching duties here. If you would, just talk a little bit about them and how much that they've meant to the program.
Yeah, the 7 seniors we have here, you start with, Braden Whitaker being the quarterback and doing an unbelievable job as a leader and just, setting the records and been there for a while, and he gave us a lot of comfort, and coming in, knowing he was there really helped out a lot, and being able to lead the offense. And as you go through each one, Wyatt Perkeyser, what an unbelievable athlete he is, and just having a great year. Again, doesn't say it in a lot of words, but his actions speak for him. He just, again, a leader out there for us and does a great job. Had, some of those runs he makes is just unbelievable. And then, of course, Zach Carnes, coming in. I know a lot of people didn't know what to expect from him on the offensive side. I think he played quite a bit of defense and stuff in the past, but he's got great hands, great vision on the field, and again, he's had a great year. And all these guys do a great job leading. But then, as we go through each senior here with a little bit on him, Raheem Bell, just again somebody that's had to move positions a couple times, and here we ask him coming into a senior year to do that, and he's just performed unbelievable at fullback, and we finally got him at defensive end where he's having another great year. there. Ryan Tao, one of the smartest kids on the team, and does anything we need him to do. He'll play special teams, he'll play offense, he'll if he needs to, he'll go out in defense, and again, he's made some big catches for us. I know there was a game later on, he had a big first down catch for us that we really needed to keep a drive alive and keep going, and again, he would love to have a few more catches and like everybody else, but I know he's doing a great job and he's unselfish. I mean, he blocks for the backs when they're getting there, and like I said, he just does a really nice job for us. And then we get into Burt Rails, who's come back out for the first time since his first year, for a freshman year, and what Burt does is maybe not get on the field a lot, but he's the leader, and he's the first one in line when we're going through drills. He runs everywhere. He picks up pads. He just helps the whole team out. He's cheering on the sidelines, and that's a true team player right there for him. And he just, again, I'm so glad he played, and I hope he's getting a lot out of it because I've really enjoyed having him out there. And then Trenton McElfresh, got hurt a little early, but again, once we got him on the field, he's been a great asset to us, and he just loves it. He's such a joy to be around, and he's had some big games defensively for us. Big interception against Perry Central, which there's a lot of those kids down there, so that was a big one for him, and we had a lot of good times. So again, it was just a great group of seniors, and I couldn't be more happy for them, and for me coming back my first year, I just couldn't be more thankful to have those guys accept me, and really, as I said, just had a great year. We started off a little rough, but then once we got going, it's just been a lot of fun.
Coach, going into tonight with North Daviess, other than finishing the regular season with a 500 record, is the approach going to be to kind of, as a final tune-up, kind of get some things where you like them to be so that you're right where you need to be going into the first sectional game next week? Yeah,
I mean, tonight, we're going to really just try to focus on us, make sure, as you said, kind of fine-tune some things, make sure we're hitting, on what we need to work on, but also, clicking on what we've been doing all year. So, North Daviess is going to be another team where, we don't know how they're going to approach us. Are they going to play their base, defense? Are they going to try to throw something to stop the pass for the run? So again, it'll be a very similar game to what we've been playing, and just focus on us. Don't worry about so much what North Daviess is going to do. We know they're going to do what they're pretty much going to do offensively. And, when it comes down to defense, we'll figure it out. So just work on us and figure it out as we go. And again, I think the kids will be up to the task.
All right. Let's hope that happens. Coach, thanks for joining us. Have a good game tonight.
All right. Appreciate it, Mike. Thanks a lot.
And this has been the Springs Valley Football Report with head coach Mark Hammond as the Blackhawks take on North Daviess. We'll have more of our pregame in a moment. This is Springs Valley High School football.
Loyal to your family, your business, your future. Focused on you, Springs Valley Bank and Trust. You'll love our helpful staff, our warm and smiling faces. Latest tools and services delivered by the friends you trust. We're loyal to your family, your business, your future. Focused on you, Springs Valley Bank and Trust.
You've worked hard to build and protect your estate throughout your lifetime. Enjoy the confidence that comes from knowing all you've worked for may be preserved for your heirs. Please call Jamie Sullivan, Senior Vice President of Investments of Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James, located in Mitchell, at 849-2670. Jamie can help design a comprehensive plan suited for your family's future financial needs. Call Jamie Sullivan today at 849-2670. Raymond James and Associates Incorporated, member New York Stock Exchange, SIPC.
Joined now by the longtime head coach of the North Daviess Cougars, Scotty Helms. Coach, it's always a pleasure to catch up with you. We know the record 1-7. Just tell us a little bit about how the year has gone for you and the kids.
Well, we've been a football team that really kind of turned the corner about the middle of the West Vigo game. We kind of started playing a little more competitive than what we had the first few ball games. I'm really proud of the progress of these kids. It's just one of those situations where we're just outmanned every Friday night, athletic-wise. But I'm happy with the way these kids have progressed.
In terms of what you like to do and what has been kind of your nature in terms of coaching and what you like to do? Have you been able to implement that with these guys?
Yeah, we're a power football team. You know, our objective is to try to keep the other team's offense off the field, try to grind out drives, and win the field position battle, and you know, certainly win the time of possession.
I know you didn't get the best of draws when sectional play starts next week, but, you know, how do you take approach into this game knowing who your opponent is for next week?
Well, we see next week as a game that can really fuel us into a great postseason. If we can go up to Eastern, play well enough to win, then, you know, that pretty much assures that you can play with anyone. So we take the challenge as an opportunity more than, you know, having to play the best team right off the bat.
Give us your thoughts here on the Springs Valley team.
I think Springs Valley is very explosive. Offensively, they run the ball extremely well. They have a nice quarterback. You know, I've been impressed with him for the past couple of years. Just a very good thrower and just leads that offense and runs that offense very well. You can't just put all your hats on number 21, because if you do, 20 or someone else is going to kill you. But I think the thing that impresses me most about Valley offensively is they really mix their pass in real well with their running game, and they keep you off balance. Defensively, they're stingy. Man, they get after it. They're going to be tough to block. They move guys around up front. They bring linebackers, and our offensive line has their hands full tonight.
Last home game of the regular season for your seniors. I assume you're going to hope that will kind of fuel the incentive and get these kids out ready to go.
Absolutely. Got to use that. You know, these kids realize that this could be the last time they play here in Cougar Valley, and they want to make it a good one. And I think that all of our younger kids that are on the field want them to go out with a win tonight.
Any other keys that will be important for your team today?
I think special teams will be a big key. I think it always is when you play Springs Valley. They always seem to ignite themselves with a big special teams play, or we ignite with a big play. I think the kicking game is going to be very important tonight.
All right, Coach, we appreciate you spending time. You and I have been doing this for a number of years, I guess. I suppose it just means we're both getting older, but so is everybody else. But
it's been a long time. A long time.
All right. Coach, thanks again for the talk, and we wish you the very best not only tonight, but as you begin tournament play next week.
Thank you very much.
Now, it's Scotty Helms, the head coach of the North Daviess Cougars, joining us prior to tonight's game as the Hawks take on North Daviess. We'll have more of our pregame in a moment. This is Springs Valley High School football.
A message from Springs Valley Meadows and Prince Lick.
As we age, recuperating from an illness or surgery may take more time than it used to. It's important for you to follow your doctor's discharge orders and include physical, occupational, and speech therapies when needed. Skimping on post-hospitalization therapy can cause potential falls and infections. So do it for yourself and do it for the ones you love.
The road to recovery begins at Springs Valley Meadows and Prince Lick, where caring people make the difference.
Call us at 936-9991.
A message from Springs Valley Meadows and Prince Lick.
As we age, recuperating from an illness or surgery may take more time than it used to. It's important for you to follow your doctor's discharge orders and include physical, occupational, and speech therapies when needed. Skimping on post-hospitalization therapy can cause potential falls and infections. So do it for yourself and do it for the ones you love.
The road to recovery begins at Springs Valley Meadows and Prince Lick, where caring people make the difference.
Call us at 936-9991.
What's better than enjoying a fine meal at 33 Brick Street in French Lick? Savoring each mouth-watering bite on their outdoor patio and courtyard. Enhance your 33 Brick Street dining experience by taking in the open air during these warm months. Their patio and courtyard, featuring a fire pit, is perfect for special occasions or events, including wedding receptions, anniversaries, birthdays, and more. They can even design a special menu for your event. Make your reservations by calling 33 Brick Street at 936-3370. That's 936-3370. 33 Brick Street in downtown French Lick, good food all in a legendary atmosphere.
And before we get underway with tonight's Springs Valley football action, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Springs Valley High School football.
Your home of IU and high school sports in the Valley. WFLQ, French Lick, Indiana.
Mike Hamilton along with Tracy Tucker here at Cougar Valley on senior night as the Cougars play their final regular season home game. They'll be on the road next week, and unfortunately for them, maybe, or perhaps fortunate, depending on which way you want to look at it, they will be taking on the prohibitive favorite in Sectional 48, the Eastern Green Thunderbirds. Of course, Tracy, the Hawks get ready for a North Central Thunderbird team that comes into their game with Eastern Green. So it's Thunderbirds against Thunderbirds, both teams at 8-0, and that should be a titanic struggle over there in Little Cincinnati.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting matchup with those two undefeated teams. I look at the schedules, though, and it looks like Eastern Green, as far as their schedule, maybe play a little tougher schedule. So I look for Eastern Green to come out on top in that game.
The Springs Valley need to do tonight, Tracy, to kind of stay where they are, or actually get better, I suppose. You'd never want to take a step backward at this time of year.
Well, one thing we talked about before last week's game against Perry Central is our defense had been playing really well. And not to say that they didn't play well last week. They gave up, they played a pretty solid game, but they gave up a few more points than you like. So I think Coach Hammond and Coach Harris and Reynolds and the staff are looking for the defense to step up tonight and offensively just play their game. You know, move the football, don't turn it over, stay away from penalties.
Coach said he was surprised a little bit the fact that that second half last week was just kind of a shootout for both teams.
It was a shootout, definitely. Probably, I think it was towards the end of the second or middle of the second quarter on. Neither team seemed to be able to stop the other team, so that was definitely unexpected.
All right, we're just about set to go here as the team's captains meeting on the field for the coin flip. We'll have the kickoff when we return. This is Springs Valley High School football.
Mom, now that I'm back in school, I get to see all of my old friends and make new ones. Julie is my new BFF.
Best friend forever?
Well, yes, and she goes to Reeser Chiropractic Center, too.
That's nice. Does she have scoliosis like you?
No, she said chiropractic is just good for kids.
Well, I guess she's right.
She said just yesterday she was texting and not watching where she was walking and hit her head and hurt her neck pop. But she told her mom, and her mom said, time to see Dr. Lolita at Reeser Chiropractic Center. So, Mom, is it time for my next appointment yet?
I'll have to check.
I know the phone number. It is 812-723-2277.
Yes, I know. Maybe I'll make one for the both of us.
This is Springs Valley senior running back Zach Carnes. Now back to more Blackhawks football with Mike Hamilton on Q100.
Coach Daviess has won the toss. They have elected to defer their choice to the second half, so Valley will get the ball first as they will be moving right to left here in the first quarter. Carter Robinson kicking off, and it's a short boot picked up by Cole Cooper at the 20-yard line, and he is able to bring it up to about the 30, perhaps the 31-yard line. So that is where the Hawks will take over on our first possession of the contest as Braden Whitaker, the 6'3", 205-pound senior, just became Valley's all-time leader in passing touchdowns. Will lead his team out onto the field. Valley will start from the 32. We'll have Raheem Bell at 185 at the senior, the fullback. The tailbacks are Wyatt Perkins at 145 at a senior, and Colby Lowe at 145 and a junior. The tight end is Ryan Tao. Actually, he's the flanker and the outside receiver, Jackson Land, 160 and a junior. The handoff to Colby Lowe, trying to turn the corner, looking for running room around left end. That's the North Daviess sideline, able to get out across the 35 and up to about the 37, perhaps the 38. So looks like Valley will try to use their speed to get around the corners. That one picked up 6 on the play. It'll bring up now a 2nd down and 4 up at the 38-yard line.
Yep, the Hawks coming out of the gate, trying to get around the corner.
Land splits wide to the far side. Tao the wide out to the near. In motion is Perkiser. Out of a pistol is Perkiser, and now some movement here on the North Daviess line, and I think we're going to get an offside here. Flagged on North Daviess. Looks like their big 15-pound senior nose guard David Shands jumped across. So that will give Valley a 1st down as they move it out to the 43-yard line. So Hawks will take that, getting the 1st down by penalty.
Yeah, Camden's going to have a big challenge up there against number 73.
Here is Perkiser to the far side, looking to throw. As Perkiser hits his man, that's Jackson Land. And nice run after the catch, and he will take it into North Daviess territory. So those two picking up right where they left off as they hook up the little screen pass to the far side. They'll spot it at the 44-yard line. That'll be a pickup on the play of 13 yards. And another 1st down as the Hawks looking to move the ball here early on.
Yeah, Jackson used a nice stiff arm there to pick up about 5 or 6 yards after the catch.
Valley into their wing T formation. Another screen pass, another catch by Jackson. Another good run after the catch. He is pushed out of bounds at about the 38-yard line. So the Hawks on back-to-back plays throwing that screen pass to Jackson Land. And this one will go for 6 yards to the 38. It'll set up now a 2nd down and 4. So good to see Braden come out and complete his first 2 passes.
Well, you got their cornerback playing a little off Jackson, so they're kind of giving us that play. We'll see if he goes back to it.
Out of a pistol, inside handoff, Wyatt Perkiser has a hole up the middle, breaks the tackle. He's to the 30, 25, down to the 20 before they can bring him down. The speed of Wyatt Perkiser, but he did a lot of that on his own as he broke a tackle just a couple of yards past the line of scrimmage. He gets it all the way down to the 20-yard line. That'll be a gain of 18 yards on the play, and the Hawks moving at will here on their initial series as they have it now inside the red zone. Again, 2 wideouts to either side. In motion is Lowe, and the handoff instead goes to Raheem Bell, and Raheem straight ahead running, gets it down close to the 15-yard line before he is spilled on the play. Let's call it the 16. So Raheem's first run of the night, good for 4 yards.
Okay, that play there, both Braden and Kobe Lowe did a nice job after the handoff of faking the outside run, which makes a huge difference.
All plays that Valley will need to use to advance in the tournament. This time Zach Carnes in motion to the near side. Whitaker looking to throw. Going over the middle. The pass is caught. Touchdown, Springs Valley. Jackson Land with the catch. A little slant-in pattern right to the goal line. He had his defender beat badly. And again, Braden with that accurate arm laid it right in there. And the Hawks waste no time in getting on the board first here with 10 remaining here in this first quarter of play.
Yeah, two things I noticed on that play, Mike, is the offensive line did a great job of Braden had all day to throw, and Jackson.
Valley to go for 2. Well, they snapped it actually back to Wyatt Perkiser, who pitched to Braden Whitaker, so a little bit of a reversal that time, and it worked because Braden gets it into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and it's a great start for the Hawks.
Yeah, I wonder, going back to that touchdown, the offensive line did a great job of giving Braden time to throw. Of course, he threw a nice pass, but Jackson, on his route, if you notice, he came in on a little slant, but he did a really good job of sealing his defender off, so gave Braden that passing lane to throw that ball in there. So it was a great play.
Timeout on the field. 10-10 to go first quarter on the Fast Steady scoreboard. Hawks up early, 8-0. Back with more Blackhawks football in just a moment.
It's Triple Truffle time at Dairy Queen of Springs Valley. Have a Triple Truffle Blizzard of the month or the $5 lunch. 3 pieces of chicken, fries, drink, and sundae for just $5 at Dairy Queen in French Lick.
Go Blackhawks and go to Springs Valley Supply on Highway 145 in French Lick. Stop by for top quality Valspar paints for interior and exterior protection. And see the line of Cabot stains for steps and decks at Springs Valley Supply, your steel dealer in French Lick.
Always good to get that first score on the board, and now, as Braden Whitaker kicks off, it is fielded at the 10-yard line. That is Winston Loninger, who fumbles the ball, and no indication. I think the Cougars were able to fall on top of it, and that is the case. Actually, that is DJ Owens kick with the reception, or carry, I should say, out to the 30. So the Cougars will take over 1st and 10 now at their own 30-yard line. So the Hawks use less than 2 minutes of the clock to get on the board first, and now we'll see what the Cougars can do as their junior quarterback, Jacob Combs, brings his team out. They'll work out of a shotgun formation, takes the snap, hands off, and this is Winston Loninger carrying the football, and he had some nice running room. Fake work that time as the Hawks fought the fake throw, and then Loninger able to pick up good yardage all the way out to the 38-yard line. So a gain of 8 yards on the play. It'll bring up now a 2nd down and 2. So Loninger, their 180-pound senior fullback, the tailback Max Wessner at 220, and a junior, the flanker Ted Powers at 150, and a sophomore. Out of the shotgun, Combs hands off to Loninger. Oh, he was hit in the backfield. Nick Jones had him, but he was able to elude his grasp and is going to get it around the 40-yard line, and that should be good enough for the 1st down.
Yeah, both those running plays, Mike, we had the ball carrier, and we're tackling real high right now, so I'm sure coaches are telling they're going to hit that around the waist and lower to bring him down.
Jonathan McBride, one of the wideouts at 150 and a senior. The other is Britton Helms, the coach's son, at 185, the senior. 1st and 10, Cougars at the 40. Ball snapped back to Combs, throws the screen pass. It is caught out here. That is, I believe, Helms who makes the catch, and he'll get about 5 yards on the play. Actually, it is Ted Powers that hauls it in, and he will get 5 yards on that pass play. So both teams utilizing the screen to their advantage. That one picks up 5. It'll bring up 2nd down and 5.
Are we picking up where we left off last week?
I think so.
Let's hope not.
Well, Valley's going to need to shore up that defense. No question about that. 3 wideouts all to the far side. And the handoff in the backfield this time. It is Ethan Malone, the ball carrier. Oh, he got away, and he is on the loose. He's down to the 20 to the 15. They had Malone stacked up behind the line of scrimmage, and the Hawks, as they have done all season long, tackle high, and he's able to elude it. That's because Malone is a big 190-pound junior scat back, and he'll carry it all the way down to the 13-yard line. And then a penalty, I think, is a face mask call against the Hawks. So they add insult to injury, and now Malone hobbling off, but not before. He picks up huge yardage down to the 13. A 42-yard run. And then they'll mark it half the distance, make that a 43-yard run, and then a half the distance to the goal. We'll set it up now. 1st and goal for North Daviess at the 6. Hand off to Powers, hit in the backfield. He gets away again, and he dodges a couple of tacklers and gets it down to the 3. And the Hawks are really having some issues with their tackling, as that time they had Powers stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and he was able to get free and picks up a couple of yards down to about the 3. Call it a gain of 3. It'll set up now 2nd and goal now, but the Cougars are at the 3-yard line.
Well, our defense is going to have to get focused. It's not a matter of talent right now. It's just a matter of focus. We're just grabbing high, and they're just going to have to start getting lower.
Combs up under center, takes the snap, hands off to Loninger, hit at the line of scrimmage, but carrying tacklers with him, and he'll get it down to about the 1-yard line. So Winston Loninger with the carry. He'll set up 3rd and goal now from the 1, but give North Daviess a little bit of credit. They've got a huge front line. Their center is Hayden Norris at 290 and a senior. Lane Turpin, the left guard, 245 and a senior. Right guard, David Chance, 315 and a senior. 260-pound senior Trey Smith, the left tackle, and the right tackle is Alex Steffi on a freshman. And the give on 3rd down is to Loninger, or make that, let's see, comes out of there. I didn't see who scored the touchdown.
I think it was Loninger, number 8.
Okay. It is Loninger on the touchdown, so the Hawks making 4 consecutive series in which they have not been able to stop a team. The last 3 drives for Perry Central last week, and now North Daviess takes their opening possession and marches downfield and gets back to within 2. The Cougars will go for 2 here as the handoff goes to Loninger. He bowls his way forward. He is into the end zone, and just like that, we are tied. 7 minutes, 3 seconds to go, opening quarter of play, and we've got the makings of another shootout here if neither team can stop the other. On the Fast Eddie scoreboard, it is Springs Valley 8, North Daviess 8. Back with more Blackhawk football in just a moment.
For the Brooks Galloway Real Estate Agency in French Lake and Pelly, this is Chris Burton with a new homeowner tip. The biggest investment most people will ever make is the purchase of a home, so you want to avoid making mistakes. We can help you find the right home for your family and situation. We have access to a large inventory and experience to give you confidence in your decision. The Brooks Galloway Agency has been trusted by families since 1971, helping people like you find the right home or sell a home, farm, or business. Call us at 936-7301 or take a look at some of our properties offered at brooksgalloway.com.
Carter Robinson getting set to kick off again, sends a high end over end boot that'll be fielded by Zach Carnes at the 6-yard line. Up the middle of the field, 10, 15, 20, 25, a big seam, cuts to the outside, 30, 35, 40, to the 45, and all the way up to about the 47-yard line. So this time it is Zach Carnes with a nice return of 41 yards, and Valley will again start in good field position at their own 47-yard line. But right now, Tracy, the issues lie not with the offense or the special teams, but with the defense.
Yeah, that was a great run by Zach, and you're right, Mike. I think our defense will settle down here and make some stops. I think we're gonna be able to move the football.
So from the 47, Hawks had a 6-play, 68-yard drive, needed just a minute and 50 to score their first touchdown. Handoff, Colby Lowe off the right side. Works his way forward and gets it up to about the 49. 2-yard pickup on the play. It'll set up now a 2nd down and 8 with the ball near midfield. We gave you Valley skill players. Their line, Camden Grandstaff, the center, 185 at a sophomore. Nate Hamilton, the left guard, at 160 and a junior. Right guard, Caleb McCracken at 190 and a sophomore. 275-pound junior Colton Reynolds, the right tackle, and the left tackle is Nick Jones at 255 at a junior. 2nd down and 8, in motion, Perkiser. Play action, Whitaker to throw. Fires it out of the flat. He's got his man, that is Zach Carnes. And Zach unable to elude the defender out there.
Nice play by Valley and good tackle. I thought Zach was
great.
going to get
Made the tackle. 1-yard gain on that pass play. As Whitaker now 4 for 4 in the passing department. Hawks looking at a 3rd down and 7. They didn't get to a 3rd down on their first drive. Out of the pistol, Whitaker hands off to Perkiser, looking to weave his way through traffic, and he'll find a few yards, but not many. It's going to bring up 4th down. He gets it to about the 47 of North Daviess, 3-yard pickup. So the Hawks will be looking at a 4th down and 3, and decision time here early now for Mark Hammond. And we're in the south side of the press box, and the light pole blocks our view of the clock. We can see the seconds, but it blocks out the minutes, so we have to lean almost out the window to see the minutes, so we'll try to keep you updated. Valley looks as though they'll go for it on 4th down and 3. Perkaiser resets on the near side, back to throw. Whitaker steps up, looks, now fires it downfield, and he overthrows his intended target. He was flushed out of the pocket. He was going for Jackson Land on that far sideline, but the pass was high and incomplete, and the Cougars will take over the ball on down. So a bit of a surprise there, a bit of a gamble as well for Mark Hammond. And with 4:42 to go here in this opening quarter of play, Hawks hand the ball back over to the Cougars in good field position. North Daviess at their own 47-yard line. Late getting on the field that time for North Daviess is Max Wessner. He'll line up on the near side along with 2 wideouts. More out of the run and shoot here. Here's the screen pass caught out here. That is Powers, gets a block, tries to turn it upfield, and this time he'll be corralled after a short pickup. Adam George leading a trio of Blackhawks on the stop. They'll spot it at the 50, 3-yard pass play there to Ted Powers. It'll bring up now a 2nd down and 7. We'll get Valley's defense for you as it allows. Cougars getting up to the line quickly here. Combs out of a shotgun, takes the snap, hands off. Loniger off the right side, tried to bowl over a Valley defender, but he hung on pretty well that time. That was Adam George again. Got a 3-yard pickup to the 47. So now North Daviess looking at a 3rd down and 4. Colton Reynolds, the nose guard at 275 at a junior. Nick Jones, left tackle at 255 at a junior. Justin Haley at 185 at a junior, the right tackle. The ends, Raheem Bell, 185 at a senior. Ammon Acuff at 185 at a sophomore. Good to have Justin Shipman back in there at that middle linebacker spot after being out a couple of weeks with an injury, 195 at a junior. 3rd down and 4. In motion, Powers to the near side. Hand off to Owens, trying to get to the outside. Breaks the tackle, and being pursued. He's got a 1st down and then some. And he'll be run out of bounds inside the 35 to about the 34-yard line. And the Hawks showing no signs of being able to stop this North Daviess team. Now, they have showed a propensity to put points on the board. They scored 41 against Wood Memorial 2 weeks ago and had 42 in the loss to North Knox last week. 13-yard gain there for Owens. 1st and 10 now at the 34-yard line for North Daviess. And this time the Hawks make a stop. Powers with the football, hit this time by Trenton McElfresh from that linebacker position. And that'll go for a loss of a yard on the play to bring up now a 2nd down and 11. Trenton, one of the linebackers at 165 and a senior, along with Drake Terry at 155 and a junior. 2nd and 11. Combs out of the shotgun, takes the snap, play action, looking to throw. He's throwing out onto the flat, and the pass is incomplete. He was going for Ted Powers over there, and it deflects off his arm, and incomplete. It'll bring up now 3rd down and 11. The corners for Valley, Zach Carnes, 155 at a senior, Cole Cooper at 155 at a junior, and Isaiah Pantier is the safety at 160 and a junior. Big play here, 3rd down, 11. Cougars in Hawk territory at the 35-yard line. They will send Wessner out wide to the far side. Britton Helms, the wide out to the near. Again, out of the shotgun is Combs, takes the snap, looks, fires it out of the flat, and the pass incomplete again. He was going towards Wessner once again, and the pass led him just a little bit too much. And it'll be 4th down and 11. We'll see what the Cougars elect to do. Looks like they may be bringing their punter in. That is Alec Cornelius, a 5'9 junior. But then again, they may not be.
I'm a little surprised they went away from the run.
Yeah. They were having success with it, yeah. All right, looks like they will go for it. 4th and 11 from the Valley 35-yard line. Combs out of the shotgun, takes the snap. Looks, fires it downfield, and the pass is intercepted. Picked off by, is that Trenton McElfresh that comes up with it? Or is it Ammon? No, I think it is Trenton. Yes, it is. So the senior comes up with a big interception, although you almost hate to say it, Tracy, it would have been better for Valley to have just knocked that pass down because they lost 10 yards. It was 4th down anyway, so Valley would have gotten it at the 35. So instead, they will take over at their own 25-yard line. But you're not going to fault the young man for doing that.
Yeah, that's always a tough situation. And, the kid, you tell him to knock it down, and if he tips it up and they catch it. So
right. So from the 25, 1st and 10. Pitch to Colby Lowe. Trying to sweep right. Gets around the corner. 30, 35, and is run out of bounds up at about the 36-yard line. So a good carry as, again, Valley utilizing Colby's speed, able to turn the corner, and he will pick up 12 yards. He'll spot it out at the 37-yard line.
One thing I've noticed about Colby the last few weeks especially, he is just keep getting stronger and stronger on his run. Not only has he got speed, but he's starting to be able to break tackles now. Does a great job of keeping his legs driving and going forward.
2 wideouts for Valley here on 1st and 10 at their own 37. In motion is Raheem Bell, and Whitaker hands off. This is Perkiser running, fighting for yardage, straight up the gut, gets it to about the 40-yard line before he is brought down on the play. And on the stop for North Daviess, Alex Morris, a 6-foot senior. They'll spot it actually out to the 41. That'll be a 4-yard gain for Wyatt. 2nd down and 6. David Chance, their 315-pound senior, is the nose guard. Evan Klingel, 240 and a senior. Lane Turpin, 245 and a senior. The tackles, the ends, Dylan Latimer, 215 and a junior, and Winston Loninger, 180 and a senior. 2nd and 6 for the Hawks. Inside 2 minutes to go. Inside handoff goes off now to Wyatt Perkiser. Well, that's Colby Lowe carrying this time. They kind of interchanged a little bit, and that time Colby had nowhere to go because somebody missed a block over here on this near side. And Colby will lose a couple of yards back to the 39. So now Valley looking at a 3rd down and 8 situation.
Yeah, that play there, Mike, that was a counter play. Maybe not necessarily been a missed block, but you kind of leave some guys unblocked on that counter play, and you hope they get a little faked out on the play, on the action there in the backfield.
Cougars didn't that time. 3rd and 8 now. Wide out to either side. See, Carnes in motion to the near side. Whitaker looking to throw. Fires out on the flat, and it's incomplete. Jackson Land has done that a couple of times this year where he's looked to take off before he actually had full control of the football, and it'll bring up 4th down and 8, and that makes 2 consecutive possessions that have stalled out now for the Hawks. And this time with the ball at their own 39-yard line, no chances here for Mark Hammond. He's going to punt the football away.
Yeah, Jackson just got a little anxious on that. He's normally sure hand.
Back deep for North Daviess is DJ Owens. Good snap back. And Braden gets it off. It's a beauty, headed for the far sideline. North Daviess will let it roll. It takes a sideways bounce. And Isaiah Pantier will down it at about the 25-yard line. So the Cougars have it back. Each team scored on their first possession. And now Valley here with 49, we'll call it officially 50 seconds left to go here in this first quarter of play. We'll go back on defense as they spot the ball at the Cougar 26-yard line. Valley did a much better job of containing the Cougars on their last drive. This time an I-formation backfield, handoff to Loninger off the right side. Rolls his way out over right tackle and up to about the 29. It's actually Owens, the ball carrier. So he will pick up 3. They'll spot it at the 29. What might be the final play of this first quarter, although the Cougars already up to the line of scrimmage. It looks like they will have time. We still have about 25 seconds left. So second down and 7. And up under center is Combs with an I formation. This is Owens. This time he'll work his way off the left side, bowl his way out over the 30 and up to about the 34. And that will indeed be the final play here of this first quarter of play. So we're in the northern stretches of Daviess County. And after 1 on the Fast Eddie's Country Store and Deli scoreboard, we are tied. Springs Valley 8, North Daviess 8. We're back with the second quarter in a moment. This is Springs Valley High School football.
Colon cancer. It's called the silent killer because it usually has no outward symptoms until it's too late. A colonoscopy is the best way to detect and remove precancerous polyps. Screening helps save lives. If you are age 50 or older, talk to your doctor and get your colonoscopy scheduled at IU Health Paley Hospital. Colon cancer can be prevented. Commit to health and get checked.
Hello, Valley football fans from Valley Marathon, where you can satisfy your gas tank and also satisfy your hunger with grilled chicken sandwich for just $2.89, or have a fresh grilled tenderloin for $3.59. We now offer big 44-ounce soft drinks for only 99 cents, and 2-liter Pepsi products just 99 cents at Valley Marathon.
It's Triple Truffle time at Dairy Queen of Springs Valley. Have a Triple Truffle Blizzard of the month or the $5 lunch, 3 pieces of chicken, fries, drink, and sundae for just $5 at Dairy Queen in French Lick.
We start the second quarter as the Cougars hand off to Max Wessner. And Wessner able to pick up a couple of yards out to the 35-yard line. Stop short of the first down, so it'll be 4th down and a yard. And we'll see what Scotty Helms elects to do. Now, he was in Valley territory when he went for it last time, but it looks like they've got the punting unit out there now. DJ Owens back in punt formation. Back deep for the Hawks.
For a quick snap back to 24.
And it looks like they're going to go for it, perhaps. Here goes
nice
Owens, and he is brought down. Isaiah Pantier brings him down all the way back at the 25-yard line. A terrific play made by the Valley junior as Owens took off that time and had nowhere to go, and the fleet-footedness of Isaiah Pantier snows him under at the 26-yard line. It'll be a loss of 9, and what a break for the Hawks. It doesn't count as a turnover, Tracy, but it might as well because the Hawks sitting pretty here. 1st and 10 at the North Daviess 26-yard line.
Yeah, I just had a feeling they weren't going to punt that ball, and Isaiah did a nice job. He definitely was on his toes and made a great play on this.
On 1st and 10, the handoff to Wyatt Perkiser. Started outside, cuts it back in, keeps those legs pumping inside the 20, gets it down to about the 17-yard line. Golden opportunity here for the Hawks to retake the lead as the fake punt for North Daviess backfires. And now the Hawks starting at the 26. They'll get 8 yards here on that run by Wyatt, who carries for the 4th time now for 33 yards. It'll set up now a 2nd down and 2 from the 18-yard line.
Be great to see us capitalize here and keep this momentum going after that 4th down stop.
Bell, the lone setback. Whitaker up under center. Quarterback keeper driving forward. Should have the 1st down as he's down around the 15-yard line before the Cougars are able to stop him. So let's see where they mark the football, right on the 15. So it'll be a 3-yard gain on Braden's first official carry from scrimmage tonight. It'll go for 3 yards. More importantly, gives the Hawks a fresh set of downs. The linebacking core for North Daviess, we gave you their front line. Alex Steffi, just a freshman, 240 pounds, along with Max Wessner at 220 and a junior. 1st and 10, the pitch to Wyatt, trying to break outside left. Cuts it in, he's to the 10, and he's down close to the 5-yard line before the Cougars can spill him. Nice run again by Wyatt as he burst through the hole that time, and they will spot it down at the 4. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it is 1st and goal now for the Hawks.
Yeah, Wyatt's fun to watch. He gets out there and he can cut on a dime and turn that ball upfield. He's definitely hard to stop.
And I think we have an injured North Daviess Cougar out there on the field, as too far away for us to picture it. It looks like it is DJ Owens, but he snaps back up, and he will come off under his own power, so that is certainly good to see. So the Hawks knocking at the door once again. They have it 1st and 10 from the North Daviess 4-yard line. They'll wait for Owens to get off. Now they'll wind the clock. Just under 10 minutes remaining here in the first half. Hawks trying to retake the lead. They scored first. North Daviess countered with a touchdown and a 2-point conversion of their own. Handoff Raheem Bell, straight ahead, running, driving forward. Does he get in? Yes, he does. Touchdown, Springs Valley. Raheem Bell just took the handoff and drove straight ahead and behind his offensive line, able to power his way across the goal line. And Valley has retaken the lead now at 14-8 with 9:42 remaining in this first half of play.
Yeah, I could definitely see a lot more energy on Springs Valley on that offensive possession. Line did a good job of deciding they were going to get the football in the end zone there.
So the Hawks will go for 2. Whitaker up under center. Fakes the handoff and then tries to keep it himself. Drives forward, and he does get in, just barely. But Braden, with a nice little fake, just powered his way off the right side. And the Hawks 2 for 2 now on their 2-point conversions, and they're back in front by 8. Time out of the field, 9:42 to go, first half on the Fast Eddie's Country Store and Deli scoreboard. Hawks back in front, 16-8 on North Daviess. Back with more Blackhawks football in just a moment.
Let's say your kid or an envious coworker posted on social media that you're going on vacation. While you're excited about your time away, you're concerned that your empty home may be at risk. Leave your worries at home and pack peace of mind when you sign up for Smithville Security. Our #1 rated Honeywell Lyric home automation system provides full protection, and you can monitor your home from miles away. Simple, smart, safe, Smithville. Find out how to pack peace of mind and leave worries behind at smithvillesecurity.com.
This is Springs Valley senior running back Wyatt Pergeiser, and you're listening to Blackhawks football on Q100.
Hawks take advantage of a North Daviess mistake as North Daviess unsuccessful on a fake punt on 4th down. And they cash in. Now Braden kicks off, headed for the near sideline, and it will go out of bounds. And that will give the Cougars good field position up now at the 35. And, Tracy, we saw Braden do that a couple of times last week, kicking the ball out of bounds. So sure.
They must tell him not to kick down the middle, so probably trying to pin it on the side there, and probably got some kind of coverage that we want to utilize on that, Mike.
Right. So the Cougars take over the football at their own 35-yard line. 9:42 to go here in the first half. Hawks have stopped the Cougars on their last 2 possessions. High formation backfield. Holmes up under center. Hands off to Loneker off the right side, looking for running room. Will pick up a couple of yards, not many. Up to about the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. It'll set up now a 2nd down and 7. Trenton McElfresh in on the stop for the Hawks.
Just need to continue the gang tackling. We had about 3 or 4 guys on that tackle.
For Flatland here at North Daviess, Tracy, that's a gorgeous sunset as we look to the west.
Absolutely beautiful.
High formation on 2nd down. Handoff to Loninger. Makes a couple of cuts. Breaks to the outside, and there he goes. 50, 40, 35-30, and finally pushed out of bounds. A little counter play, and Winston Loninger, their big 180-pound senior, picks up huge yardage deep into Valley territory now. They'll spot the ball at the 23-yard line. 39-yard run that time for Winston Loninger, and the Cougars close to the red zone once again here. In an I formation backfield. Back to throw is Combs. Flushed out, has some time, looks, steps up, fires over the middle, and the pass is incomplete. He was going for his split end, Jonathan McBride, but he threw behind him. It'll bring up now a 2nd down and 10.
After he completed his first 2 passes, and last 4 have been incomplete, so Springs Valley's defensive backs doing a nice job back there.
Notice they've gone to that I formation. They were running a lot of spread formations, but just one wide out. That is McBride of the near side. I formation in the backfield as Combs takes the snap, hands off, and I believe that is Owens, the ball carrier. DJ Owens shaken up a little bit earlier, but he has worked off the effects of that and gets it down to the 20-yard line, gain of 3.
Yeah, Mike, they're going to that I formation with 2 tight ends, and that spreads your offensive line out. Or, I'm sorry, your defensive line out, so they're getting a few holes in there.
3rd down and 7 now at the 20. Valley up 16-8. Cougars looking for the tying score. Hand off to Malone. Boy, he was a load to bring down. This time, Valley does a much better job of stopping him, as Malone only picks up 2, maybe 3 yards. So it's going to bring up another 4th down here for the Cougars. They'll spot it at the 18, so it's going to bring up 4th down and 5 for North Daviess, and it looks like they're going to try to kick a field goal here. So Carter Robinson in to attempt the extra point. Jacob Combs will hold from the 25, so this will be a 35-yard attempt. Ball is down, the kick is up, it's far enough, and the kick is good. So Carter Robinson from 35 yards out boots it through. Boy, you sure don't see that too often, but the Cougars will take the 3. Timeout on the field. 7:36 remaining here in this first half of play. The score now reads Springs Valley 16, North Daviess 11. We're back with more Valley football after this timeout.
Hello, my name is Ross Key. I speak farming and represent Springs Valley Bank and Trust, a true community bank committed to agriculture. As an ag specialist, I am committed to working with our customers and supporting the economic strength of our agricultural community. I look forward to building new and lasting relationships with farmers, businesses, and the people in the communities in which we live and work. Loyal to you, your family, and your future. Springs Valley Bank and Trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Focused on you, Springs Valley Bank and Trust.
This is Springs Valley senior defensive back Trenton McElfresh. Don't miss a second of the action of Blackhawks football by keeping it tuned in here to Q100.
Don't kick field goals too often in high school, but Carter Robinson probably could have hit that one from about 45. He kicks off now. Fielded by Zach Carnes. He let it bounce, picks it up at the 14, looking for running room at the 20, tries to get to the outside, and his feet go out from under him, and he'll go down at about the 24-yard line.
Yeah, North Daviess, give them credit on that field goal. They executed that pretty nice, had a great snap. You know, a lot of times it's not the kicker. It's the, you got to have a good line to keep the pressure off, and then the snap is huge. It's a big timing thing. They executed that very well.
So Valley has it back. Their lead trimmed to 5 now, 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line. This will be the 5th drive. Hawks 2 out of 4 on that. Snap back to Whitaker. Play action, looking to throw. He's going long for Jackson Land, and he's going to overthrow him up at about midfield. Boy, that thing was a perfect spiral as Whitaker threw that about 35 yards downfield, but Jackson not quite able to run under it. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10. And I like Mark Hammond's idea there, Tracy, to throw on first down.
Yeah, it was a good play. North Daviess, obviously, after Nick's big week last week, I think they're keeping an eye on him. They had good coverage there. Braden still threw a nice pass.
Second down and 10 out of the pistol. Whitaker sends Carnes in motion to the near side. Braden takes the snap. Counter play. Wyatt Burkeiser runs into his own blocker, gets out of that, manages to push his way forward for an extra 3 or 4 yards up to about the 29-yard line. So we'll call it a gain of 5. Wyatt nearing the 50-yard mark in rushing. That's his 6th carry. So now Valley looking at a 3rd down and 5. That's surprising to you to see North Daviess kick the field goal there in that situation?
Well, you know, I haven't really followed them this year, so I wasn't sure what kind of kicker they had. But
right. He had the leg, that's for sure.
Definitely.
All right, down to 7 on the play clock. Valley 3rd and 5 at their own 29. Again, Whitaker out of the pistol. Hands off to Zach Carnes, looking for running room. Cuts it inside. He's got the first down and more. He'll get it out over the 40 and up to about the 43-yard line. So a good job that time for Zach Carnes to find his hole. And he is able to pick up first down yardage and then some.
Yeah, Zach was able to get out there and make a good cut-up field, found his hole, and picked up a good first down.
15 yards on that run for Zach. And Valley going to that counter play quite often.
See, our running backs aren't big, but they're all extremely quick, and Zach is definitely one of them.
From the 44, ball snapped directly back to Raheem Bell, just taking it straight up the gut, and with that power that he has, he's able to pick up 4, maybe 5 yards out to the 49-yard line.
They like to run that play there just to keep the defense honest, Mike.
Yeah.
And then when you can pick up 5 yards, you keep running it.
Tell you what, Valley likes that running just up the gut, just challenging that offensive line for North Daviess. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard gain. Ball to 49. Again, out of the wing T formation. Braden up under center, hands off to Colby Lowe. Works his way off the left side, still on his feet. That extra effort should give him the first down as he's into North Daviess territory at around the 44-yard line.
Yeah, I'm seeing not only our backs are running hard, we've got a lot of white jerseys downfield blocking till the whistle blows. That's a credit to the kids and the coaching staff.
Exactly. Never want to stop till that whistle blows. Coming up on 5 minutes remaining here, first half. Valley's lead 5, 16-11, and now we've got officials timeout. Looks like they may have a problem with the chains or something here. They're trying to straighten this out. The ball's at the 44 of North Daviess. That was a 7-yard run for Colby Lowe. So they'll try to rectify that. Chicago's Pizza, good. Stop by Chicago's on the Boulevard in French Lick for the salad bar lunch, 11 to 1:30, Monday through Friday. Salad, pizza, breadsticks, and drink, all for $7.99 at Chicago's Pizza in French Lick. You know, Tracy, a big weekend for Springs Valley. Of course, the football game, unveiling things here tonight, and then tomorrow the Springs Valley volleyball team in action in sectional 64 at Tecumseh. They'll take on the Candleton Lady Bulldogs at noon. Of course, the Blackhawk Brigade down at Evansville Central for the regional band competition. So we wish the best to all of our teams as they compete here this weekend.
Yeah, good luck to all those as well. And, you know, you got such a lot of kids that just put in a lot of time and a lot of effort. And you know, it's not all about winning, but, you know, we hope they come out on top.
On 1st and 10, counter play, Colby Lowe looking for running room, maybe picks up a couple of yards. Oh, I see what you mean. I saw Nate Jones. He was probably still blocking about 5 or 6 yards past where Colby was brought down on the play, and that kind of hustle and effort doesn't, I think, go unnoticed by the coaching staff.
Well, if you can get your kids to do that on every single play, and that's kind of what your goal is, and, you know, you don't always get it, but it makes a huge difference.
That was a 3-yard gain for Colby. 2nd and 7 now for Valley at the Cougar 41. This time Jackson Land splits wide to the near side. Whitaker up under center. Fires it over the middle, and this time the pass is incomplete. He was going to Jackson, who did a little slant in over the middle, but that pass did not connect. And now Valley looking at a 3rd down and 7.
Yeah, I mentioned earlier about our center, Cameron Grandstaff, happened to have that 315-pound lineman on top of him, but it's not something he's unaccustomed to because he's faced that a lot this year.
Yeah, he's got some big boys to go up against.
Done a great job, and along with the rest of our linemen, we're just, a lot of times we're outsized, but our kids keep fighting, and it's a leverage game up front.
Down to 3 on the play clock as Whitaker gets his team up, hands off. Here's Zach Carnes, started outside. Oh, and as he tries to cut it upfield, that's the 2nd time tonight he has blown a tire. So his feet go out from under him back at the 41-yard line. Actually, there'll be no gain on the play. So the Hawks looking at a 4th down and 7. And I would almost think that the Hawks would try to play the field position game here. If they don't make it, they give the Cougars pretty good field position. But
I think with our offense, we're going to go for it.
All right. Shows you what I know, right?
And I'm guessing.
They will go for it. Cal splits wide to the far side. Land the wide out to the near. In motion, Brendan Smoot. Back to throw is Whitaker. Steps up in the pocket. Now he's going to run. Now he looks. Now he throws it downfield, and the pass is broken up. 2 Valley receivers right there in the area, so that meant 2 Cougar defenders as well, as Jackson Land was one of the intended targets. Zach Carnes down there as well, but between the two, they could not come up with it. And once again, Valley gives the ball up on downs, and once again, they will give North Daviess good field position as they will take over 1st and 10 at their own 41. 3:07 remaining here in a very fast-moving first half of play. At least it seemed that way anyway.
We need a good defensive stand here.
And Valley up 16-11. 3 wideouts to the far side. Comes back out of the shotgun. Throws the screen pass. It is caught by Powers, looking for running room, and he's not going to find any. Good coverage by the Hawks that time. They smelled out that screen pass. Powers made the reception, but he didn't have anywhere to run. He was pushed out of bounds. They will spot the ball, looks like, at the 39, so that pass play will actually lose 2 yards. So it's 2nd down and 12 now for North Daviess.
Good play on 1st down by the Hawks.
This time the wideouts all to the near side. Hand off to Owens, trying to get to the outside, and he's run down beautifully by Isaiah Pantier. What a job the young man did. Again, Valley smelling it out beautifully, and he just chased after Owens, and before he could get to the outside, he had him on the turf. That'll be a loss of 4 yards back to the 35. Call it now 3rd down and 16 for North Daviess. Boy, what a heads-up play. And Isaiah, our safety, so he had a long way to run.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they had him on the blitz or he just read that. I'm going to get real picky here. I'd like to see him hit just a little lower.
Right. All right, on 3rd down and long, back to throw is Combs. Steps up into the pocket. Now he's going to run with it. He's to the 35, to the 40. A flag comes in as Combs gets it up to about the 46-yard line. He'll be shy of the 1st down. We'll see what this penalty flag is all about. No indication yet by the official, and it's going to be a hold against North Daviess.
Nice shifty run.
Now you can back them up. It would be 3rd and about 21 here, Tracy, or
I go back.
The Hawks could decline it and take 4th down and 5.
I go back, but that's me.
And looks like you know Coach Hammond pretty well here.
Yeah. I'd have to have a talk with him if he didn't take that penalty. Yeah. He probably wouldn't listen to me anyway.
Actually, the ball all the way back to the 28. So now it'll be 3rd down and 23. So give Combs a 3-yard pickup on that play. The penalty results in a loss of 7 yards. So it's third and, I've been wanting to say this all night, third and Regalsville.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I just saw the signs on 231 coming up here.
I noticed that sign, too.
Okay. Got to know where you are at all times. Back to throw on third down is Combs. Steps up into the pocket. Flushed out. Now he's hit. Now he tries to get away. He'll throw it, and there's nobody out there. And a penalty flag comes in, and it looks like we're going to have intentional grounding. There was nary a receiver in the area for the Cougars. There's no such thing as being in or out of the pocket like college and pros have. Now it looks like the official's going to pick up the flag here.
Not only was there no receiver, but there was five.
Okay, they are going to call it intentional grounding.
Yeah, I think that was pretty obvious, but I give the quarterback a little credit there. He had 5 or 6 Valley defensive players surrounding him. I have no idea how he even got the pass off.
Right. So this will move the ball back to, the ball was on the 28. It should move it back. Well, they're going to go the full 15 yards here. All right. So that will move it all the way back to the 13-yard line. Holy cow. Now I can say third and Lagodi.
There you go.
They are heading south. Third and 38. Actually, it's a loss of down because of the intentional grounding. And the punt picked up by Jackson, landed at the 41. He's running. A flag comes in behind the play. Jackson to the 10, he's to the 5, and he's in for the touchdown. But another penalty flag comes in at about the 7-yard line, and I think this one's going to be coming back.
Nevertheless, a great job by Jackson.
Beautiful run there by Jackson. In heavy traffic, picked up the ball and just squirted through traffic and takes it in for the touchdown, but it's not going to count. It's going to be a penalty here on the Hawks, either a block in the back or a holding call.
I like the guts of Jackson. He took a chance in that traffic, and it worked out for him. But
so the flag was thrown at the North Daviess 43-yard line. So this should send it back into Valley territory. And they will mark this, looks like, at the 48-yard line of the Hawks. So with 1 minute and 23 seconds remaining before halftime, the Hawks have the football. Don't forget our agent Tracy Tucker, the Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance halftime report coming up. I'll give you a preview of who our guests are. Brennan Smoot in there in motion to the far side. Whitaker pitches it off to Colby Lowe. Breaks through the hole. Still on his feet. Spins away from a tackler. Down the far sideline into North Daviess territory, and they say he stepped out around the 32-yard line. So a terrific piece of running by Colby Lowe that time, as he will pick up 20 yards and really gets out of bounds as well with 1:16 to go. And I think Tracy now really giving Valley a legitimate shot to get some points here out of this possession before halftime.
Absolutely. We've been here before. We've scored a lot of times in this situation, Mike. And not to take away anything from Brendan Smoot, but I think 43 is Jordan Curtis.
It is,
jersey.
That was my apologies. Pitch to Colby. Gets a nice block. Breaks to the outside. 20, 15, 10, and down to about the 8-yard line. So, again, a terrific piece of running for Colby Lowe. As, again, using his speed to get to the outside, they'll officially mark this ball at the 9-yard line. That's a 23-yard pickup for Colby, and it is first and goal now for the Hawks. And, boy, they would like to establish a 2-score lead here before halftime. And off, Raheem Bell works his way off the right side, powers his way down to about the 5-yard line. Now the Hawks will spend a timeout with 47 seconds remaining here in this first half of play.
Yeah, I hate to beat a dead horse here, but really like the way Kobe Lowe is running the football. Just his speed and power just looks really sharp out there. Getting some good blocking. Of course, then you got Wyatt, but we always expect that out of Wyatt.
Matt Cooper and the team of surveyors and engineers at BRCJ Incorporated are proud of our young leaders that excel between the lines and in the classroom. BRCJ salutes the parents, teachers, and coaches for their support of these activities because life is a team sport. Go Hawks from the team of surveyors and engineers at BRCJ in Paoli. So the game for Raheem, 4 yards. The ball resting at the Cougar 5. Valley using the first of their 3 timeouts with, again, when they go to tenths of a second, makes it even tougher to see. It looks like about 45 seconds remaining here.
Mike, not only can we not see the clock, I can barely see out of my window here.
Nice of them to fog up the window, right? Good will be home next week, right?
Absolutely.
All right, Whitaker up under center, 2nd and goal at the 5. Handoff goes to that Colby carrying, or?
I think it was Zach. Not sure.
Yeah, I think it was. Yep, Zach Carnes carrying the football, and there was no room to the outside as Valley tried to run to the short side, and Zach pulled down. Actually, he'll lose a yard, I think.
Yeah, he had about 2 or 3 defenders there waiting on him.
Yeah. And to complicate that, Hawks are going to be called for a block below the waist. Man, oh man. What an inopportune time to get a flag here, as this one is a big one. It will move it all the way back to the 21-yard line. So
you're right, I told you last week, Mike. Just gives us more room to operate back here.
Right. 3rd penalty for 36 yards. So Hawks, again, have got to figure out ways to not see those officials throw those yellow hankies. So 2nd down and goal now at the 21-yard line. Valley still has 2 timeouts now. They're going to wind the clock here as we're down to about 35 seconds. Here is Whitaker, hands off the Low on the sweep, trying to get to the outside, able to turn the corner, and he is run out of bounds. Got a few yards, not a whole lot. Looks like around the 16-yard line is where they're going to spot the ball, so it'll bring up now 3rd down. He did stop the clock. That's exactly where the ball is, so a 5-yard gain for Colby there. That's his 8th carry for 64 yards here in the first half. So Valley has 2 plays now to try to get it into the end zone. Land splits wide to the near side. Tao the wide out to the far. Carnes in motion to the near side. Whitaker dropping back to throw. Has time. Fires it into the end zone, and the pass is incomplete. Looked like Zach stumbled there.
Either that or there was contact, but...
Well, the officials, no flag.
Yeah, and the official was right on it, so...
So it'll bring up 4th and goal now. Well, we know if it was North Daviess what they do here in this situation, but I don't think Mark Hammond is confident with his kicking squad. So it'll bring up 4th down. So Valley has one last shot here. And looks like the Hawks will take a timeout. So it comes with 24 seconds remaining in this first half. The Hawks lead at 16-11 on the Fast Eddie scoreboard. We'll return with more Valley football in just a moment.
You've worked hard to build and protect your estate throughout your lifetime. Enjoy the confidence that comes from knowing all you've worked for may be preserved for your heirs. Please call Jamie Sullivan, Senior Vice President of Investments of Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James, located in Mitchell at 849-2670. Jamie can help design a comprehensive plan suited for your family's future financial needs. Call Jamie Sullivan today at 849-2670. Raymond James and Associates Incorporated, member New York Stock Exchange, SIPC.
This is Springs Valley senior wide receiver Ryan Tao. Keep it tuned to Q100 all season long for Blackhawks football.
Chicago's Pizza, good. Stop by Chicago's on the Boulevard in French Lick for the salad bar lunch, 11 to 1:30 Monday through Friday. Salad, pizza, breadsticks, and drink, $7.99 at Chicago's Pizza in French Lick. All right, comes down to one play here with 24 seconds remaining in this first half. Valley up 16-11. 4th and goal now for the Hawks at the North Daviess 16-yard line. Plan splits wide to the near side. Curtis in motion to the far side. Out of the pistol, back to throw is Whitaker. Flushed out of the pocket, spins around. Now is running for it. He looks. He fires into the end zone, and the pass is in and out of the hands of Ryan Tao. He was open in that far back corner of the end zone. It looked like the pass was right on the money, and Ryan could just not quite hang on. And the Hawks see a scoring opportunity go by the wayside here in the closing seconds of this first half.
Yeah, Braden did a good job of scrambling around there, and then the receivers, like they've done all year, when Braden scrambles, they do a good job of coming across the field to where he's at. It gives them an opportunity to get a passing lane there. Just couldn't quite connect on that one.
Let's see what the Cougars will elect to do now. They will pitch it, and it goes off to DJ Owens, looking for running room. Gets it up to about the 20-yard line, and that should bring us to the end of this first half. So credit Owens with a 4-yard gain on what will be the final play of this first half. And surprising here, the 1-7 North Daviess Cougars, obviously inspired here on senior night, hanging right with the Springs Valley Blackhawks, who are looking for their 5th consecutive win of the season. They are just within 5 of the Blackhawks here as the teams head off to their respective locker rooms for halftime. Matt Cooper and the team of surveyors and engineers at BRCJ Incorporated are proud of our young leaders that excel between the lines and in the classroom. BRCJ salutes the parents, teachers, and coaches for their support of these activities because life is a team sport. Go Hawks from the team of surveyors and engineers at BRCJ in Paoli. Halftime at Cougar Valley here in Elnora on the Fast Eddie's Country Store and Deli scoreboard. It is the Blackhawks 16, the Cougars 11. We'll return with more in a moment. You're listening to Springs Valley High School Football.
Caring people make the difference at Springs Valley Meadows in French Lick.
You can feel it the minute you walk into Springs Valley Meadows. We're the experts in long-term care, not just doing a job, but following a calling. We're here to help you and your family find answers, solutions, and peace of mind. In fact, we become an extension of your family. For more information about Springs Valley Meadows, Highway 145, French Lick, visit ascseniorcare.com.
Or call Springs Valley Meadows at 936-9991.
What's better than enjoying a fine meal at 33 Brick Street in French Lick? Savoring each mouth-watering bite on their outdoor patio and courtyard. Enhance your 33 Brick Street dining experience by taking in the open air during these warm months. Their patio and courtyard, featuring a fire pit, is perfect for special occasions or events, including wedding receptions, anniversaries, birthdays, and more. They can even design a special menu for your event. Make your reservations by calling 33 Brick Street at 936-3370. That's 936-3370. 33 Brick Street in downtown French Lick, good food, all in a legendary atmosphere.
Hello, Valley football fans from Valley Marathon, where you can satisfy your gas tank and also satisfy your hunger with grilled chicken sandwich for just $2.89, or have a fresh grilled tenderloin for $3.59. We now offer big 44-ounce soft drinks for only 99 cents, and 2-liter Pepsi products just 99 cents at Valley Marathon.
Go Blackhawks and go to Springs Valley Supply on Highway 145 in French Lick. Stop by for top-quality Valspar paints for interior and exterior protection. And see the line of Cabot stains for steps and decks at Springs Valley Supply, your steel dealer in French Lick.
For the Brooks Galloway Real Estate Agency in French Lake and Pelly, this is Chris Burton with a new homeowner tip. The biggest investment most people will ever make is the purchase of a home, so you want to avoid making mistakes. We can help you find the right home for your family and situation. We have access to a large inventory and experience to give you confidence in your decision. The Brooks Galloway Agency has been trusted by families since 1971, helping people like you find the right home or sell a home, farm, or business. Call us at 936-7301 or take a look at some of our properties offered at brooksgalloway.com.
Before we go any further, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Springs Valley High School football.
You're listening to the 6,000-watt sports voice of the Valley, WFLQ, French Lick, Indiana.
Mike Hamilton along with Tracy Tucker back at Cougar Valley, where at halftime the Hawks hold on to a 5-point lead on the Fast City scoreboard at 16-11. Each team was able to score on their initial possession. Valley took the opening kickoff, went 68 yards in 6 plays in a minute and 50 seconds as Braden Whitaker and Jackson Land hooked up for the 5th time over the last 2 games on a scoring pass. Out of the 10-10 mark of the opening quarter, Whitaker ran it in for the 2-point conversion, and Valley had a quick 8-0 lead. The Cougars came back with a nice march of their own. 7 plays, 70 yards in 3:07, as Winston Loninger punched it in from a yard out at the 7:03 mark of the opening quarter. Loninger then ran it in for the 2-point conversion. We were tied at 8. We would not get another score again till early in the second quarter when Valley took advantage of a fake punt. It backfired on the Cougars. Hawks took over at the Cougar 26, and in 4 plays, they were into the end zone as Raheem Bell ran it in from 4 yards out with 9:42 to go in the half. And then Whitaker, for the second straight time, ran it in for the 2-point conversion. Valley led 16-8, but for the second straight time, the Cougars got points out of their following possession as they were able to get it down. They were looking at a 4th and 5 from the Valley 18. That's when Carter Robinson came in, and with 7:36 to go in the half, booted through a 35-yard field goal to cut Valley's lead to 5 at 16-11. Neither team was able to score. Both teams had a couple of possessions after that, but unsuccessful in getting more points on the board. So that is where we stand here at halftime with Valley's lead at 5 on the Fast Eddie's scoreboard. A couple of treats. We invite you to stay tuned as we begin our agent Tracy Tucker at Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance halftime report in a moment. On our senior spotlight, it is Wyatt Perkiser. And earlier this week, I had a chance to talk with Springs Valley boys basketball coach Michael Leitsman about the upcoming season. All that comes up on the agent Tracy Tucker at Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance halftime report. That comes up next. This is Springs Valley High School football.
The Springs Valley Halftime Report is presented by Agent Tracy Tucker at Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. For proper insurance coverage, stop knocking on wood. Call Tracy for your free review at 723-2704.
Being a lifelong resident of Orange County, Agent Tracy Tucker at Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance has taken pride in helping our hardworking people protect their earnings with their many financial plans, while at the same time saving them money by insuring what they value most: life, home, and auto. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance has insured Hoosiers for more than 70 years. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, we're part of your life. Call Agent Tracy Tucker in Paoli at 723-2704 for more information on Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. We're at halftime of tonight's Springs Valley North Daviess football contest, and my guest this evening, in his first year with the Springs Valley boys varsity squad, led them to the most wins that they have had since the 2003-2004 season. And Michael Leitsman, first of all, thanks for joining us, and certainly one of the more outstanding years Valley's had in quite some time, and I know you're looking forward to getting back at it again here for 2017-18.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I was
really proud of the way last year went. I know we didn't end on the highest note at the end during sectional, but a lot of good things happened last year, as far as a team standpoint and a program standpoint. So you got to thank those 4 seniors that really bought in and worked hard for that 1 year for me. And I think these underclassmen looked up to them and looked up to how that season went, and I think they really built off that. In the summer, you could really tell the attitude was great, the attendance was great, everybody's bought in, and I think that is very encouraging going into this winter.
And indeed, we talked about this at times during the year last year. You already mentioned a key word, I thought, and that was attitude, but kind of changing the culture and developing that winning mentality. Is that something that just is an ongoing process?
Oh, yeah. I mean, every year you've got to start from scratch. You never know what will happen, and you got to change that losing mentality a little bit. Some kids aren't real confident, and some kids aren't used to winning yet. So it's just something that every year you've got to keep building on and keep building up. And I think we do a lot of little things in practice and in the off season that helps us keep that winning mentality. But the thing that puts you over top is actually going out there and winning. That's the hardest thing to do, is teach kids how to win, teach players how to win. And once you see that, once the players see that happen, it goes a long way.
I know you'll have some key losses and key players to replace, but when you look at the fact that the JV team went undefeated last year, there certainly are going to be a lot of guys that will be vying for positions on the team.
Yeah, we had a really good JV year last year, a really good group of guys that worked hard, had good chemistry. But we lost 4 really good seniors too. So there's 4 spots right there that those guys are going to move up and take. And this summer, we played 9 or 10 guys. When winter comes around, we like keeping it about 8 guys, 7 to 8 guys. So there's going to be 10 through 7 is going to be fighting for some playing time there. But, with that great JV team we had last year, it's going to be a competitive fight for those 7 through 10 spots. So I'm looking forward to seeing in November what kids have improved the most in the fall and who's ready to step up and take those spots.
Based on what you were able to do last year and the personnel coming in, will you be looking at all to perhaps change your style of play?
We actually changed a lot over the summer. And I thought it went really well. I thought the kids, like I said, it goes back to attitude. They weren't upset about it. They embraced it, and I thought we made some adjustments, and it went really well. We changed our offense up a lot. Defensively, it's the same attitude, same mentality, but we are doing a couple things different defensively. But it only took about a week and a half to kind of put these. They weren't huge changes either, but it took about a week and a half to implement these things. And we got such a good group this year. They picked up on it right away, and it was good because of those last 2 weeks of the summer. We were able to really see what it looked like, and we were, as coaches, and from talking to the players, I thought it went really well, and I think everybody's embracing it.
Who are some of the teams looking now as you head into the season that are going to be the ones kind of circled on the calendar and ones that you think are going to be very tough to beat?
Well, I'm a very competitive person. I know we have players on this team that are very competitive and coaches that are very competitive, so we got every game circled. There's every game out there we want to play our best and we want to win every game. I'm a lot more familiar this year with our schedule than I was last year. Coming in last year, there were a lot of teams on our schedule that I had never played before, never seen before. So this year I'm a lot more familiar with our opponents, and we play. Our schedule's gonna be really tough, to be honest. We have some really tough road games, and even some of our home games. We got some really good teams coming in here. You got Salem coming in here to Springs Valley. You've got Tell City coming in here. So we've got some tough games and some really tough away games too. So I think we're more capable of beating anybody on our schedule with the players that we've got, but at the same time, we play such a good schedule, we're more capable of losing most of those games, if not all those games. So right now, it's up in the air, and we just got to take it one game at a time. But as far as the calendar, we've got every game circled.
The fans, the Springs Valley community, I think they really got on board this team last year, and I'm sure you're pretty much counting on the same again here this year.
Yeah, we've got great community support. We've got great parent support. It's amazing, when all the support that these kids get and this program gets, and we just want to keep building off that. If we're going to get this great support, we want to back it up with, great attitudes and great on-court play and great off court behavior. So we've got to hold ourselves to those standards and hold ourselves accountable for that. And I think with that, I think we'll get even better support if we can do the right things and do everything the right way. And as of right now, we're very fortunate to have the support we have.
All right. I know you'll be relying on a lot of the football players when they report whenever the season's over, but at the same time, I know you're the number one football fan as well, so you're wanting them to go as far as they can, yet you also look and realize we're only about 5.5 weeks from the first game, so it almost starts feeling like there's a sense of urgency there.
There is, but at the same time, I know how hard those players have worked in football this year, and they're heading in the right direction. They've played really well these last few weeks, and I think they have a really good chance of making a little tournament run here. And I'm looking forward to watching that, and I hope the best. I hope they go as far as they can go. So the good thing is they're competing. They're building team chemistry there in football, and we've still got 9-10 guys over here that aren't in football that are working at it and staying in shape and getting ready for the season. So it will all work out like it's supposed to. I mean, you look at our schedule. We play Mitchell first game, and it's an early game, but at the same time, they have a football team that has a chance of making a tournament run as well. So we're in the very same situation as Mitchell is, and we'll take them whenever we get them.
All right. Coach, thanks for spending time with us. Really looking forward to getting the season going here in about a month and a half or so, and we wish you and the kids the very best.
Thank you. Looking forward to it, and thanks for having me.
That is Michael Leitzman, the head coach of the Springs Valley boys basketball team. They open their season on November the 21st at Mitchell. We'll continue with more of the Agent Tracy Tucker at Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance Halftime Report right after these words.
Being a lifelong resident of Orange County, Agent Tracy Tucker at Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance has taken pride in helping our hardworking people protect their earnings with their many financial plans, while at the same time saving them money by insuring what they value most: life, home, and auto. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance has insured Hoosiers for more than 70 years. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, we're part of your life. Call Agent Tracy Tucker in Paoli at 723-2704 for more information on Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance.
This is Springs Valley Senior running back Wyatt Perkiser, and you're listening to Blackhawks football on Q100.
Our Springs Valley halftime report continues now with Senior Spotlight, where we talk with a senior member of the Blackhawks football team and get to know him just a little better. Running back Wyatt Perkiser, son of Dwight and Carrie Perkiser for the Hawks. How do you balance playing sports with your academics?
I usually go to school in the morning, then I go to practice, and after practice I'll go to work, and then I'll do my homework, and then that's what I do every day.
What is your favorite part about playing football?
I like being able to go full contact and hitting other players.
What's been your biggest thrill so far about playing football at Springs Valley?
Probably my sophomore year winning the Orange Bowl.
Have you made any plans yet on what you're going to do after graduation?
After I graduate, I plan on going to IU and getting a bachelor degree in biology.
Tell us a little bit about your family.
I have a mother and father, and I have 10 siblings.
Tell us your favorite food.
Pizza.
Sports team.
Detroit Lions.
Video game.
Call of Duty.
Class.
Pre-Cal.
Teacher.
Legan.
Restaurant.
Miguel's.
Hobby.
Gymnastics.
Car.
Mustang.
And finally, Wyatt, who has had the biggest influence on you?
My parents have definitely had the biggest influence on me.
Thanks, Wyatt Perkiser, and good luck the rest of the year.
Thank you.
And this has been Senior Spotlight, heard at halftime of all Blackhawk football games during the 2017 season. Mike is along next to go over the first half stats as our Springs Valley halftime report continues. Reporting for Q100 Sports, it's Stevie McNew.
This year, we will lose more people to colon cancer than to breast cancer or prostate cancer. But colon cancer can be prevented. A colonoscopy is the best test to detect and remove precancerous polyps. Screening helps save lives. If you are age 50 or older, talk to your doctor and get your colonoscopy scheduled at IU Health Paoli Hospital. Colon cancer can be prevented. Commit to health and get checked.
Back again at North Daviess High School in Elnora. Valley leads by 5 at halftime on the Fast Eddie's board, 16-11. We take a look at some of the numbers showing that Valley did outgain the Cougars, 184-125. Valley had 148 of those on the ground and 20 carries. Colby Lowe leading the way, 8 carries, 64 yards. Wyatt, 6 carries for 49, and Raheem Bell, 4 carries for 17. In the passing department, Braden Whitaker, 4 of 11 for 36 yards, 1 touchdown. Hawks picked up 9 first downs, 7 on the ground, 1 through the air, 1 by penalty, just 1 of 5 on third downs and 0 for 3 on fourth down. Their time of possession, 12 minutes and 55 seconds. Cougars, 119 of their 125 total yards on the ground in 19 carries. Leading the way, 8 carries, 56 yards for Winston Loninger. In the passing department, Jacob Combs, 2 of 7 for 6 yards, 1 interception, no touchdown. Just 4 first downs for the Cougars. They did have the 1 turnover. That was the interception by Trenton McElfresh. Penalties look this way for Valley, 3 of them for 36 yards, including a couple of major ones. North Daviess had 3 for 27. That's the stats on the scoreboard. Valley up by 5, but the Cougars will get the ball to start the third quarter. We'll have the second half action coming your way next. This is Springs Valley High School football.
The Springs Valley Halftime Report is a presentation by Agent Tracy Tucker at Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Protect your earnings by calling Tracy in Paoli at 723-2704.
You've got a great watchdog. He barks every time someone comes to the door, devoted to your protection. But he can't lock your doors, turn on your lights, or set the temperature of your house. However, those things are part of what a Honeywell Lyric home automation system from Smithville Security can provide. Keep your dog and all other things you love safe. Visit smithvillesecurity.com today to discover how affordable peace of mind can be. Simple, smart, safe, Smithville.
Whitaker getting set to kick off to start this second half. Valley moving right to left here in the third quarter. They're in white. North Daviess is in black. It's a good end-over-end boot. Fielded at the 10-yard line by Winston Loninger, able to get out over the 25 and up to about the 30-yard line before he is brought down on the play. So that is where the Cougars will take over the football now. But,
Mike, you take away that first drive North Daviess had. I had them holding in the 1 first down after that first drive, so hopefully we can pick up here where we left off.
Valley fans a little edgy here. They just have less than a 1-possession lead as the Cougars take over 1st and 10 now at their own 30-yard line. Valley's given up a touchdown and a field goal. And we've got a clock situation here. Now it's ready to go. And Jacob Combs back out on the field, I-formation backfield. Up under center, takes the snap, hands off to Loninger. Started outside, gets it back in, and gets it up to about the 33. Nate Jones in on the stop for the Hawks. It'll be a gain of 3 on the play to set up now a 2nd down and 7. Running through the offensive unit again, Jacob Combs, the quarterback. Running backs, Winston Loninger and Max Wesner. The flankers, Ted Powers. The wideouts, Britton Helms and Jonathan McBride. On 2nd down and 7, again out of an I formation. Handoff to Loninger, this time looking to get to the outside left, turns the corner, has some good running room. He's got the first down and more as he's out over the 40 and up close to the 45-yard line before Adam Jones can knock him out of bounds. But another good gain for Mr. Loninger up to the 45. That's a pickup of 12 and a North Daviess first down. Again, they've got that big line blocking for them. Trey Smith, the left tackle at 260. Lane Turpin, the left guard, 245. Hayden Norris, 290. The center, Right guard David Chance at 315 and Alex Steffi at 240, the right tackle. And another good hole up the middle for Winston Loniger. So he's starting to be the main ball carrier, and he powers his way for good yardage again. He crosses midfield and gets it to about the 40, we'll call it the 47, so that's a gain of 8 on the play. It'll set up now a 2nd down and 2 as the Cougars appear to be on the march again.
Yeah, they're in a little bit of a hurry-up offense as well, Mike.
Combs hands off. Loniger hit at the line of scrimmage, and just long enough. I think it was Ammon Acuff that first made the initial contact, and that slowed Loniger up enough for Caleb McCracken to get in and make the hit for the Hawks. It'll be a loss of a yard on the play, back to the 48. So 3rd and 3 now for North Daviess. Again, an I formation backfield. Handoff to Loniger. Hit in the backfield, looking for running room, breaks the tackle, and he should have the first down. Boy, again, it looked like it's so hard for the Hawks to get to him. With such a big line, they're just blocking out in front of him, and Hawks have trouble getting to him, and Loniger got just enough, 5 yards to the 43 of Springs Valley, but that's enough to give him another first down.
Yeah, the Hawks just need to dig in here and get off the ball a little quicker, and defensive backs need to come up and make some plays.
One wide out to the far side. That is McBride. High in the backfield. Back to throw is Combs. Steps up, fires it out on the flat, and the pass is incomplete. Max Wessner was the intended receiver, but a lot of pressure that time for the Hawks. Raheem Bell came storming in from that defensive end position to force Combs to unload it in a hurry. And it'll set up now 2nd down and 10. The Hawks defensively, Colton Reynolds, the nose guard, Nick Jones, Justin Haley, the tackles, Raheem Bell and Ammon Acuff are the ends. 2nd down and 10. And the draw play goes off to Loniger, hit at the line of scrimmage. This time the Hawks get much better penetration. Colton Reynolds, along with Raheem Bell and Adam George, in on the stop. Only a couple of yards that time. They'll spot it at the 41. So it's 3rd down and 8 now for North Daviess. The linebacking core left to right. Trent McElfresh, Justin Shipman, and Drake Terry. Zach Carnes and Cole Cooper, the corners, and Isaiah Pantier in at safety. 3rd and 8. Combs play action. Under pressure. Fires it out on the flat, and the pass is incomplete. Good job out there by Trenton McElfresh. He timed his hit on Wessner, the intended receiver, just as the ball got there, and Wessner tried to corral it, but Trenton jarred him just enough to knock the ball loose, and Wessner could not come up with it, and it'll bring it up now 4th down and 8.
Not sure who it was, but we had somebody in there putting a lot of pressure on the quarterback, made him throw a little quicker than what he wanted to. May have been Caleb McCracken.
So Britton Helms is in now to punt the football away. No chances here for Scotty Helms. 23rd year as the coach here at North Daviess. Low, here come the Hawks, but Helms gets it off. A short punt, but it takes a beautiful roll, and the Cougars are going to down it at the 1-yard line. Oh, my goodness.
That ball just stopped.
It did. It just died right there. So the first punt by either team tonight results in a beauty, and it's going to hem the Hawks back in deep in their own territory now. At the, may not quite be the 1, maybe up around the 2, but at any rate, Hawks are going to be pinned back deep with 9:03 remaining here in this 3rd quarter.
Mike, I got a halftime score. A little surprise to me, maybe not surprise a lot of people, but North Central was ahead of Eastern Green 8-0 at halftime.
Wow. That's Valley's opponent next week, Eastern Thunderbirds. And carrying the football, I believe that was Braden Whitaker on just quarterback keeper, trying to give Hawks a little breathing room, and he did a nice job of it, carrying it all the way up to the 9-yard line. So a nice little pickup of 7 yards on the play for Braden. Set up now a 2nd down and 3. Second carry of the night now for Braden. Whitaker up under center. He's going to do it again. And this time he won't find nearly as much yardage. Maybe got it to the 10. And that is about it. So it's going to set up 3rd down and a short 2 here for the Hawks. Well, you certainly want to at least get 1 first down here, Tracy. 1 to give your defense a little rest, and again, not to give the Cougars any better field position than what they've already got.
Yeah, it was we did a good job of getting us to this point, but it'd be nice to get a first down and keep the drive alive.
See if Whitaker keeps it again. He will, driving forward, and it looks from here like he did get it.
Yeah, they're motioning the chains to move. So.
All right, so 3 straight carries here by Whitaker results in the Valley first down. It's their first here in this second half of play. And they will spot the ball up to the 13, so that ends up being a 3-yard gain on the play for Mr. Whitaker. But with North Central up 8-0 on the power team that Eastern Green is, that doesn't bode well for the Hawks next week. Counter play goes off to Wyatt Perkiser, still on his feet. Now North Daviess says he fumbles it, and let's wait and see here. No signal from the officials yet. Did he cough it up? Yes, he did, and the Hawks turn it over deep in their own territory. Oh, my goodness.
And I'm not sure what happened. I think Wyatt was just trying to fight for extra yardage, and hard to see from where we're at what exactly happened.
So the first turnover of the night for the Hawks, and North Daviess will have it. 1st and 10 now. At the 18-yard line, handoff to Loniger. Straight ahead running, gets it down to about the 14-yard line. Official line of scrimmage is the 17. But Valley opening the door here for the Cougars. Ball at the 14, 3-yard gain on the play there for Loniger. 2nd down and 7. High formation backfield. Loniger again, straight ahead running, and this time the Hawks stack him up. Ran right into the teeth of that defense. Nate Jones and Colton Reynolds there.
They got a yard?
I'd say no gain on that play. Well, now that it looks like they do move it up to the 13, so indeed, give them a yard. 3rd down and 6. Now for the Cougars, they score here, a touchdown. They take the lead. And it'll be interesting if they don't get the first down here, if Scotty Helms might elect to go for another field goal. Holmes up under center. Oh, he's going to run with it. He's in trouble. He's going to go down for a loss. It looked like a busted play as Combs was wanting to hand off. There was nobody back there. By the time he could take off and run, the Hawks had him snowed under. Ammon Acuff leading the charge for the Hawks. It'll be a loss back to the 15-yard line. So it'll bring up 4th down and 8, and like we said, the field goal unit ends. So Carter Robinson hit one from 35 out. This one will be from 30. And this would cut the Valley lead to 2. Ball is down, the kick is up. Looked like somebody got a piece of it, and the kick is no good. It looks like something funny happened as it crossed the line of scrimmage, Tracy. I couldn't tell if the Hawks got a piece of it or not, but at any rate, the field goal is no good, and the Hawks have survived the turnover and will get the football back.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It looked like one of the Hawks got in there and maybe got just a little bit of a finger on the ball, and that's all it takes a lot of times.
5:30 to go, 3rd quarter. Hawks hold on to a 5-point lead at 16-11. They'll have a little bit better field position. They started from the 2 last time. This time they'll have it 1st and 10. at their own 20-yard line, but they need to be able to move the football here.
Yeah, that was a great defensive stop there after the turnover.
Handoff to Colby Lowe, and he slips through a block and nearly looked like he was going to break it there.
I thought he was going to break that one all the way.
And a Cougar got a piece of it. I think it was Jonathan McBride that just got a hand on his leg and was able to trip him up. But at any rate, it's a 12-yard gain for Colby.
Yeah, I give North Daviess credit so far. I understand why, listening to Coach Helms in the pregame, he's pretty optimistic about his ball club, even though they're 1-7.
They put up a fight here tonight. 1st and 10, Hawks at their own 32. Whitaker out of the pistol, takes the snap, throws the screen pass, caught out there by Jackson Land. Boy, he is so good on those yards after the catch, because he takes off and he'll get a first down. That's the first completion for Braden Whitaker since the first quarter.
Jackson's a strong kid. He's got great feet. It helps him break a lot of tackles, and he's got a good stiff on there, too.
Screen pass has worked well, and that's an 11-yard pickup.
That's what you want to do with that
3-yard line.
That quick screen pass, you want to try to break that to the outside, because if you go inside, that's where all your defense is coming. Jackson does a nice job of trying to take that to the outside.
On 1st and 10, Raheem Bell, big hole up the middle. He's to the 50, to the 40, and before the Cougars can spell him, he's down to the 35. That may be the best run of the year for Raheem. He had a full head of steam as he took the handoff at the line of scrimmage and burst through, and he took huge chunks of yardage all the way down to the North Daviess 36-yard line. It'll be a gain of 21 yards on the play, and yet another first down as the Hawks now starting to move the football with regularity.
Tell you what, you get teams looking for your sweep, and then any time Raheem can bust that up the middle.
Ball snap back to Whitaker. Fires the screen pass, again caught by Jackson, and this time he'll pick up a couple of yards, catching it at the line of scrimmage, and maybe got about 3 yards on the play. Just kind of slipped a little bit. I don't know if there's much dew out there on the field or not, Tracy, but a couple of Hawks have had trouble with their footing tonight.
Could be a little slick. A little different down here. All the years we used to play here, they normally kept a high field as far as their grass cut. Now it looks like they've got it mowed down really nice.
Right. That gain was for 3, 2nd down and 7. 4 on the play clock. Carnes resets. Whitaker takes the snap out of the pistol, runs with it, moves it off the right side, and picks up 2, maybe 3 yards. He's close to the 30-yard line. Going to set up a 3rd down. Spot it at the 30.
Definitely in 4-down territory.
Definitely. 3-yard gain, so it is 3rd and 4 now. Valley needs to get to the 26-yard line to pick up another first down. In this game moving fast, 2:45 to go, 3rd quarter. And off to Raheem, looking for first down yardage, and he's going to be close. I think he got it. As again, good power running for Raheem.
He got off the ball there nice, had a good head of steam when he hit the line of scrimmage.
Right. Now they'll depend on where the officials mark the football. They're going to line it up, and I think they're going to go ahead and bring the chains out for a measurement.
Here comes the chain to measure here.
I can never find my stuff when I need it here. Well, at any rate, Matt Cooper and the team of surveyors and engineers at BRCJ Incorporated are proud of our young leaders that excel between the lines and in the classroom. BRCJ salutes the parents, teachers, and coaches for their support of these activities, because life is a team sport. Go Hawks from the team of surveyors and engineers at BRCJ in Paoli. It is indeed good enough for a first down, so a 4-yard pickup for Raheem, giving him 6 carries and 42 yards on the night. More importantly, Valley 1st and 10 as they're driving for a score at the North Daviess 26. In motion is Colby Lowe, trying to get to the outside. Turns the corner. He's got wide open. 10-5 touchdown, Springs Valley. No penalty flags as Colby with that speed, the Cougars in his wake as the Hawks now have a 2-score lead with 2:08 remaining, 2:18 remaining here in the third quarter.
If you get that time right, I'll give you a lot of credit.
Yeah. So the Hawks have the first score of the second half. They'll go for 2. Raheem, the lone setback, as Whitaker will go up under center. Enter in tight. Braden back to throw. Looks, lobs it into the end zone, and the pass is caught. That is Ryan Tao, I believe, that makes the reception, and...
Are they saying he was out of bounds?
Apparently. All right, they say Ryan stepped out before he made the catch, so the try is no good. Timeout on the field, 2:18 to go. Third quarter on the Fast Eddie's Country Store and Deli scoreboard. It's now the Hawks 22 and the Cougars 11. Back with more Springs Valley football in just a moment.
Hello, my name is Ross Key. I speak farming and represent Springs Valley Bank and Trust, a true community bank committed to agriculture. As an ag specialist, I am committed to working with our customers and supporting the economic strength of our agricultural community. I look forward to building new and lasting relationships with farmers, businesses, and the people in the communities in which we live and work. Loyal to you, your family, and your future. Springs Valley Bank and Trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Focused on you, Springs Valley Bank and Trust.
This is Springs Valley senior fullback Raheem Bell. Thanks for listening to Black Hawk Football right here on Q100.
Braden Whitaker kicks off. Lonaker at the 11. Up the middle of the field to the 20-25, and a great open field tackle made out there for the Hawks by Drake Terry.
Good tackle by Drake. Nice hit right around the knees.
Right. And so the ball at the 30-yard line. That drive for Valley, a big one. 7 plays, 80 yards. Tracy in 3 minutes and 12 seconds, and with that 26, 102 yards.
Yeah, Kobe's been running the ball really nice. It's good to see Valley finally get in the end zone. We've been threatening for a long time now, and finally broke one and got some more points on the board.
Now let's see if the defense can rise to the occasion on 1st and 10. Handoff to Lonaker, trying to get to the outside, and boy, he is just so hard to bring down. He just keeps stringing out these Valley defenders. He got to the outside, finally pushed out of bounds. Not sure where they say he stepped out. Maybe good enough for a first down. It's up around the 40-yard line. Yep, that is the case. So
about 11 yards on that.
Well, in the Scotty Helms era, anyway, Tracy, North Daviess has been a power-running team.
Yeah, I think they've decided they're going to ride on Longer this second half because he's carried the ball about 10 times already.
Okay. From the 41, that was for 11. And it's Lonaker again, this time stacked up after a short gain. Raheem Bell was able to get good penetration in there and force Lonaker to redirect his move, and when he did, he was caught. And just a 2-yard pickup there for Lonaker. 2nd down and 8 for North Daviess at their own 43.
He's now over the 100-yard mark.
Goes to Lonaker off the left side, this time stacked up again. Who comes off the bottom of that pile? Drake Terry again. Well, yeah. Drake has been one of those players for the year and really earned that starting job at linebacker.
Well, Drake's a very athletic kid, hard-nosed, and he's definitely been an asset to the Hawk defense this year.
Only a yard gain for Lonaker there. 3rd down and 7 as we come up on a minute remaining here in the third quarter. Valley up 22-11 on the Fast Eddie scoreboard. Again, Combs up under center, takes the snap, Hands off DJ Owens, trying to get to the outside. Oh, and the Valley lets him turn the corner again. Boy, it looks at times, Tracy, like Valley is going to get to him there in the backfield, and then all of a sudden, before you know it, he's able to turn the corner, and it looks like he gets first down yardage once again.
Yeah, I think North Daviess went to that power backfield.
All the way to the 47. That's a gain of 11.
And you're right, Mike, we are getting some penetration.
Or make that a gain of 9, I should say. And the Cougars back into Valley territory at the 47. Came out of the eye. Back to throw is Combs. Fires it out on the flat. Pass is caught by Westner, but right with him was Trenton McElfresh, and he brings him down right away. It's just going to be a short gain on the play. Combs has not thrown too much. He'll just pick up a yard here. So we'll call it second down and a short 9. North Daviess get one play off probably before the end of the quarter, and this time the Hawks nailed DJ Owens. What a great job there by Ammon Acuff and Trenton McElfresh, and now a penalty flag comes in as well. Are they going to call a face mask here on the Hawks? Oh, my goodness. Are you kidding me? Wow. Well, the Hawks buried DJ Owens, but this is going to go for naught. Now, let's see if it's a 5 or 15-yarder. And it's just going to be a 5-yarder. So
yeah, but that was a big 5 yards.
Yeah, that'll move the ball to the 44. And the Cougars get the down over. So now it'll be second down and 7 at the 44. Combs hands off to Owens again, and this time he tries to work his way off the right side, tripped up as getting in there for the Hawks was Justin Shipman. He'll only pick up maybe a yard, and that is it. And it'll be third and long for the Cougars when play resumes. We've come to the end of the third quarter here at Cougar Valley in Elnora, and after 3 on the Fast Eddie scoreboard, it's Springs Valley 22, North Daviess 11. We'll have the fourth quarter when we come back. This is Springs Valley High School football.
Mom, now that I'm back in school, I get to see all of my old friends and make new ones. Julie is my new BFF.
Best friend forever?
Well, yes, and she goes to Research Chiropractic Center, too.
That's nice. Does she have scoliosis like you?
No, she said chiropractic is just good for kids.
Well, I guess she's right.
She said just yesterday she was texting and not watching where she was walking and hit her head and hurt her neck pop. But she told her mom, and her mom said, time to see Dr. Lolita at Research Chiropractic Center. So, Mom, is it time for my next appointment yet?
I'll have to check.
I know the phone number. It is 812-723-2277.
Yes, I know. Maybe I'll make one for the both of us.
This is Springs Valley senior quarterback Braden Whitaker. Your power station for Blackhawk Sports is Q100 WFLQ.
With Tracy Tucker, Mike Hamilton at Cougar Valley in Elnora, North Daviess High School, where we start the fourth quarter with Combs dropping back to throw. Big pressure and hit just as he released it. Tried to hit Max Westner out on the near flat and was unsuccessful. So it'll bring up fourth down and 7 now at the 44-yard line. And as we begin this fourth quarter, Cougars down by 2 scores. So they're going to elect to go for it here.
That pass actually hit his shoe and popped up. I thought he was going to catch it.
And movement here on the line for the Cougars, and that's going to cost them another 5 yards. That penalty for Valley, that face mask, just their first penalty of the second half, and ditto with that false start there for North Daviess. Also just their first infraction, but that moves it back to the 49, and that changes the mind of Scotty Helms. He's going to bring his punting unit in and try to rely on his defense with still nearly a whole quarter still remaining.
Yeah, going back to those 10, it's been a pretty clean game so far.
And Helms gets it off, and we'll take a bit of a North Daviess roll inside the 20. And the Cougars will down it at the 19-yard line. So a 30-yard punt, no return. And the Hawks now will have it once again, and ball control the issue now. If the Hawks don't score, if they can eat up some time on the clock here, that would be to their favor.
Yeah, last week they got the ball with 6 minutes and 34 seconds and ate up the
rest of the clock. Kind of shades of what Perry Central used to do with us, I think. Nice to finally turn the tables. Yeah, we've had some good ones. Not like the third quarter drive in that 2000 sectional championship game, or sectional semifinal, I should say.
Great drive, bad ending.
Yeah. On 1st and 10, back to throw is Whitaker. Flushed out of the pocket, looks, fires downfield. He's got Ryan Tao wide open the middle. He's at the 40, to the 45, breaks the tackle, 50. Still on his feet, into North Daviess territory and down to about the 38-yard line.
Ryan showed some skills there after the catch.
Oh, he did. What a move for Whitaker in heavy pressure that time, and then he spotted Tao wide open about 20 yards downfield, hit him, and then Ryan able to pick up about 20 extra yards after the catch, and the Hawks back into North Daviess territory at the 38-yard line. 43-yard.
A lot of attention to some of the other receivers, left Ryan wide open.
On 1st and 10, the pitch goes off. This is Jordan Curtis carrying for the first time. And Jordan able to get some decent yardage. He's been in there quite a bit tonight, but the first time his number has been called. And he'll pick up 6 yards to the 32 to set up a second down and 4.
Yeah, Jordan's another kid. He's a really good athlete. He's got some good speed. Strong kid.
Just underway, fourth quarter. Valley leading North Daviess 22-11. The Cougars surprisingly have hung around. Out of the pistol, Whitaker hands off the low. Colby trying to get to the outside. Gets a nice block there from Curtis. Cuts through it inside the 30 to the 25, down to the 20. And as Colby goes down, a late flag comes in. And we'll see what this is all about. This one may be on the Cougars. No indication, and now we're going to have a personal foul against North Daviess.
Yeah, I think just a little bit of a late hit. Another good run by Colby Lowe.
Yep. So Colby gets it down to the 19, so that's a 13-yard run, which will be a first down.
I tell you, the guys out in front are doing a nice job of stealing their man so Colby can cut that thing upfield.
Right. And the penalty will set the ball on the 10. Or is it just outside the 10? Yes. It is just outside the 10. So really it's the 11-yard line, which Valley can technically get a first down without scoring. In motion is Curtis. Back to throw Whitaker. Flushed out of the pocket. Now he's going to run with it. Makes a little cut. Turns it upfield. 10-5. Touchdown, Springs Valley. Graydon Whitaker with a nifty little move with his receivers covered. Took off on the right side. Made a little deke at about the 5-yard line. Cut inside, and he gets into the end zone. And the Hawks have a big insurance touchdown here early on in the fourth quarter. So Braden showing his legs, just as important as his arms. And the Hawks now extend the lead to 17, pending the two-point conversion. Curtis in motion to the far side. Whitaker takes the snap, hands off, and getting into the end zone for the two-point conversion is Colby Lowe. So tack on a couple of more, and the Hawks have reestablished command here in this football game. Timeout on the field, 10:03 remaining, fourth quarter. On the Fast Eddie's Country Store and Deli scoreboard, it's now Springs Valley 30, North Daviess 11. We're back with more Blackhawks football in just a moment.
You've worked hard to build and protect your estate throughout your lifetime. Enjoy the confidence that comes from knowing all you've worked for may be preserved for your heirs. Please call Jamie Sullivan, Senior Vice President of Investments of Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James, located in Mitchell at 849-2670. Jamie can help design a comprehensive plan suited for your family's future financial needs. Call Jamie Sullivan today at 849-2670. Raymond James and Associates Incorporated, member New York Stock Exchange, SIPC.
This is Springs Valley senior defensive lineman Burt Reyes here. Every pass, handoff, and tackle of Blackhawks football in the sports voice of the Valley Q100.
Hawks able to cash in again. A long drive. We'll talk about it in a moment as Whitaker kicks off, fielded by Loneker at the 14, out to the 20, 25, 30, steps to the outside, and is taken down up at about the 32-yard line. So the touchdown drive here in this second half, Tracy, the first one went 80 yards in 7 plays, and this one was an 81-yard march in 5 plays. They needed just a minute and 44 seconds to do it. The big play, of course, was that 43-yard reception from Braden Whitaker to Ryan Tao.
Yeah, that's exactly what coaches want to do coming out the second half, kind of get some long drives going, and not only that, but finish them off in the end.
So the Cougars have the football back now at their own 33. Combs out of the shotgun, takes the snap, hands off to Loneker, slipped a tackle in the backfield, able to get to the near side, steps out of bounds up at around the 39-yard line, and looks as though where they'll spot the football. Almost a nice tackle in the backfield there by Ammon Acuff. He just got blocked at the last second. Otherwise, he might have had a nice little tackle for loss. Set the ball up to the 39, 6-yard gain for Loneker, 2nd down and 4 for North Daviess. Loneker, the lone setback, he gets the call. He's got a big hole on the left side. And, he is tripped up and driven back there. Nice play by Drake Terry to push him back after only a yard or so gain. And, boy, you've got to be careful on those two, Tracy, because you don't want the officials to call something you don't obviously want them to kind of like pile drive the guy into the ground.
Well, got to be happy with Drake, though. It was a nice aggressive hit, and he stuck him right where you want to stick him, and he kept his legs driving. It's kind of hard to stop there at that time.
Right.
Momentum taken.
But I think it was a good no call by the officials because he didn't drive him into the ground.
Absolutely.
Just let him fall on his own. All right, 3rd down and 3 as the handoff to Owens in the backfield, and he goes down. Great play made that time as the Hawks got to him fast. They tried the fake handoff and then the give to Powers, and he loses yardage all the way back to the 36, loss of 4, so it's going to bring up a 4th down and 7. And the punting unit for North Daviess comes in once again, and now it's starting to look here, Tracy, like the Hawks starting to reestablish their superiority here a little bit. It was testy for a while in there.
It was.
North Daviess was only within 5, but these 2 touchdowns here in this second half, and the Hawks have pitched a shutout. And again, low line drive kick by Britton Helms, fielded at the 31-yard line by Jackson Land, and Land finding some good running room, carrying it over the 40 to the 45 and up to around midfield.
Nice to see us pick up some punts and return them.
I'll tell you what, Jackson is fearless on those punt returns. I mean, you saw him, he had a touchdown called back earlier tonight, but even in a heavy crowd, he wasn't hesitant to pick up the football, and there he gets about a 20-yard return, and the Hawks will start in North Daviess territory at the 49-yard line with 8:07 remaining in this contest. 30-11. Hawks led 16-11 at halftime and have put 2 scores on the board here in this second half. Whitaker back in there out of the pistol. Sends Carnes in motion to the near side. Now he resets. Back to throw is Braden. Has some time. He's going long, and can Zach catch up to it? No, he cannot. The defender fell down. That was DJ Owens, and Zach was wide open down the near sideline. All he had to do was haul it in, but Braden, again, displaying that magnificent arm of his, led him by about 2 yards too much.
Yeah, a little too strong there, but Zach did a nice job of running that route, and his defender fell down, but I think it was a lot because of the route Zach ran. Kind of faked him out a little bit.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10. Again, Hawks throwing on 1st down. Raheem, the lone setback, and off to Curtis, looking for running room, cuts to the outside, dodges a tackle, 45-40, slips through another, still on his feet, 35. Boy, he refuses to go down, and finally inside the 25 to about the 23-yard line. Good, aggressive running that time by Jordan Curtis, and he kind of chose the holes he wanted that time. Slipped a couple of tackles and just kept those legs pumping. And I don't know, we just never seem to run out of a slew of outstanding running backs at Springs Valley. Down to the 23-yard line, that's a 26-yard run, and I'm sure that is a career best for Jordan Curtis.
Yeah, Jordan's he's been on the JV level this year, and he's done a really good job there, so he's getting a shot on Friday nights now.
And here is Zach Carnes with a big hole off the left side, carrying it down inside the 20 to about 17. So Braden, being an equal opportunity quarterback, giving all sorts of guys the opportunity to run the football there. That's a 6-yard run for Zach. He's carried twice now for 21 yards. As the Hawks have really out of the yardage up big time here tonight. Ball down at the 17, and boy, a score here would just about put this one in the win column here for the Hawks. Now we've got an official's timeout. DJ Owens, the injured player, he will come off. And they'll start the clock up again with 7 minutes remaining. Valley a 19-point leader. Whitaker out of the pistol. And Curtis in motion. He'll reset. Oh, the ball snapped back to Raheem Bell, and he loses the football, and North Daviess has come up with it. That was a design play, the snap directly back to Raheem, and Raheem just simply took his eye off of it, and the Cougars quickly in to recover it. And that's Valley's 2nd turnover of the contest. And North Daviess takes over the football, so hold off on any victory celebrations just yet.
Yeah, it looked like a pretty good snap, and I think you're right, Raheem just took his eyes off it for a second, and the ball dropped on the ground.
So with 6:50 left, Cougars get it back on 1st and 10. A nice pass by Combs hitting Ted Powers out here on the near flat, and he's able to pick up good yardage all the way out to, looks like the 31-yard line. Nope, they'll move it up to the 32, so a gain of 12 on that pass play. And a 1st down and 10 now for North Daviess. If you're Valley here, you don't mind giving up a few yards here and there. You just don't want to give up the big play and allow North Daviess to score quickly. I'm certainly on your side. Combs gives it to Loneker, and he's hit and brought down to the backfield. Oh, did Raheem Bell make up for his fumble there as he came shooting through from his defensive end position and nails Loneker for a loss in the backfield all the way to the 28-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 to set up now a 2nd down and 14. And, boy, Tracy, that's what you like to see. I'm sure the young man felt bad for losing the football, but, boy, he made up for it in a big way there.
Took out his aggression on the ball carrier. It's nice to see.
2nd and 14 now for North Daviess. Now, problems here. The Cougars are going to have to spend a timeout. Nobody knew where to line up that time. And Scotty Helms finally in disgust says, let's talk things over. Timeout on the field. 6:04 remaining in the contest. as the Hawks looking for their 5th straight. They lead North Daviess on the Fast Eddie scoreboard 30-11. We'll return with more Blackhawks football in just a moment.
A message from Spring Valley Meadows and French Lick.
As we age, recuperating from an illness or surgery may take more time than it used to. It's important for you to follow your doctor's discharge orders and include physical, occupational, and speech therapies when needed. Skimping on post-hospitalization therapy can cause potential falls and infections. So do it for yourself and do it for the ones you love.
The road to recovery begins at Springs Valley Meadows and French Lick, where caring people make the difference.
Call us at 936-9991.
This is Springs Valley senior running back Zach Carnes. Now back to more Blackhawks football with Mike Hamilton on Q100.
Out of the timeout, second down and 14. Comes play action, looking to throw. Fires it out on the flat. Nice catch made by Ted Powers. Boy, he had to catch that. Great concentration because that ball was right past Drake Terry, who had him blanketed, and somehow Powers was able to follow the football into his arms. He makes the catch all the way out to the 39, so that's a 7-yard catch. And now the Cougars have a more manageable 3rd down and 7. Or I should say 3rd down.
He has a little longer play because he was behind. He was 4 yards behind the marker.
Right. That was an 11-yard. Let's put it that way. It was actually, 11-yard pass completion there. So it was 3rd and 3. My apologies, just wrote down the wrong number. And there was a run by Lodeker, and he picks up 2 yards to the 41, so he is a yard shy. So it is 4th down and 1. And the Cougars have no choice with less than 6 minutes remaining. Actually, we're coming up on 5 minutes remaining in the game. 4th down and 1 from their own. Late getting on the field was a North Daviess player. Handoff to Loninger, and he is tripped up. And it's going to depend where they mark the football. It's going to be close. Just as Loninger got it, he was tripped up. I think Caleb McCracken, Trent McElfresh in there. And I think it may be close enough they may want to measure. And that's exactly what they are going to do. So they'll bring out the chains. If the Hawks hold here, they can just about salt this one away. We'll see. Chicago's Pizza, good. Stop by Chicago's on the Boulevard in French Lick for the Salad Bar lunch, 11 to 1:30 Monday through Friday. Salad, pizza, bread, sticks, and drinks for $7.99 at Chicago's Pizza in French Lick. And they stretch the chains, and he dove. They're really going to have to get down here and look at. He did not get it. Oh, by a matter of an inch or two, the Hawks take over the ball on down. Wow. I mean, that was as close gets. I mean, when the official has to practically bend down to see, you know, it is marginal. But he did not get to the line to gain. Call it no gain on the play. And the Hawks will take over the football now, 1st down and 10. And now they can eat up more of the clock with 4:49 remaining. Valley leading 30-11 on the Fast Eddie's Country Store and Deli scoreboard. So once again, another huge defensive stop. Whitaker back in there out of the pistol. Sends Curtis in motion to the far side. Braden takes the snap, fires the screen pass, caught by Jackson Land. Breaks the tackle, 35 to the 30, and down around the 29-yard line. So again, Jackson with a great run after the catch. There he gets down, broke a tackle to the 29. That's a 12-yard gain and another 1st down for the Hawks. That is their 18th 1st down of the night.
Yeah, we've pretty well. It was a little tight there the first half, but I think we've pretty well controlled the whole football game.
Yeah, you just kind of never felt like this one was out of hand. Here's the handoff on the sweep around left end. Colby Lowe turns the corner. He's to the 25 to the 20 and down around the 17-yard line. Nice starting move by Colby there to shake a tackler. And the Hawks moving the football again as Colby continuing to add to his total. They'll actually spot the ball at the 16. So that's a 13-yard gain, 12 carries, unofficially 128 yards tonight for Colby Lowe. And I believe, Tracy, that may be a career high for that young man.
Yeah, I think you're right. He's ran the ball well all night long.
Valley needs to hurry. They've got 4 on the play clock. Braden gets his team up to the line, sends a man in motion, sends 2 in motion. That probably is going to get a flag. Double handoff to Isaiah Pantier, turns the corner, 10-5, touchdown Springs Valley. I think the Hawks might have gotten away with an illegal shift because it looked like 2 guys were in motion, but they apparently don't see it or felt like the snap came before the second one moved, and coming from his end position was Isaiah Pantier, and the young man scores his first career touchdown on the sweep around right in from 16 yards out.
Yeah, that was a little bit of reverse there, Mike, and Isaiah just outran everybody once he got to the corner.
So that's pretty much the game-clinching score here with 3:46 remaining. Now the Hawks will go for 2 as Whitaker hands off, and didn't see who got the carry that time.
It was our fullback, but I'm not sure who the fullback was.
I'm still looking there. It was Colton Dickey. All right, so Colton Dickey able to push that one in. So a chance for another young man to get some points on the board. So the Hawks just about have this one in hand. Time out of the field, 3:46 left. Hawks now lead at 38-11 over North Daviess. On the Fast Eddie scoreboard, back with more Hawks football in just a moment.
It's Triple Truffle time at Dairy Queen of Springs Valley. Have a Triple Truffle Blizzard of the month or the $5 lunch, 3 pieces of chicken, fries, drink, and sundae for just $5 at Dairy Queen in French Lick.
Go Blackhawks and go to Springs Valley Supply on Highway 145 in French Lick. Stop by for top quality Valspar paints for interior and exterior protection. And see the line of Cabot stains for steps and decks at Springs Valley Supply, your steel dealer in French Lick.
This is Springs Valley senior running back Wyatt Perkeiser, and you're listening to Blackhawks football on Q100.
DJ Owens with a nice return on the kickoff, taking it at about his 12-yard line and getting it all the way out to about the 40. But the Hawks have this one in hand, their 3rd score here of the second half, and good to see, too, Tracy, that Valley's defense has also shut down this Cougar team when they had some early success.
Yeah, take away that first drive, and Valley's defense has pretty much dominated the rest of the game. Give up a few yards here and there, but overall, just a really good performance.
Jacob Combs still in there. Quarterback takes the snap, hands off, and this is Owens, the ball carrier, fighting for yardage. He'll be driven back, but not before he's able to pick up 5 yards up to the 45. Hawks will give the Cougars all the runs they want. That'll keep the clock moving now. We're down to 3:15 left. Hawks are going to run the table over their final 5 ball games. So started out 0-4. Now will be 5-4 here in a few minutes. Combs, hands off. This is a new face in there for North Daviess. That is Dante Hopkins, a 5'10 sophomore, running the football, and he carries it up to the 40. Looks like they'll spot it at the 48. So a gain of 3. 3rd down and 2 now for North Daviess. Looking to see Valley has most of their first-team defense in there. Hand off to Hopkins again. He's got the first down. He works his way off the left side, crosses midfield into Valley territory, and that will be good enough for a Cougar first down. So the Hawks will spoil senior night here in Elnora for the second time in a row. That this will be their second win. They won here 2 years ago as well. That was a 5-yard gain, by the way, for Hopkins. 1st and 10 now for the Cougars at the Valley 47-yard line. 2:23 remaining. So we said North Daviess goes to Eastern Green for first-round sectional 48 play, and the Hawks will host North Central. Draw play goes off to D.J. Owens. He's got some good running room off the left side. Pounds his way over the 45 and down to about the 40. Now they will mark it, it looks like, at the 39-yard line. Gain of 8 on the play. That'll set up now a 2nd down and 2. Well, the Hawks thought they could run the table of the last 5, and they have done exactly that. And hopefully we'll have a head of steam going into sectional play. And on 2nd down, hand off to Tyler Brinegar, a 5'9" senior, carrying the football, and he picks up 3 yards down to the 36. So both coaches getting some reserves in there. From the 36, 1st down and 10. Combs hands off. This is Brinegar again. This time not going to find much running room off the right side. That's because Trenton McElfresh got in his way and brings him down. Gain of only a yard on the play. That'll set up now a 2nd down and 9. Down to 1:08 to go with the Hawks leading by 27. Combs gets his team up to the line quickly. I formation backfield on 2nd and 9. Hands off to Hopkins in the backfield. Started outside, cuts it up, and will only pick up a couple of yards here as Colton Reynolds in on the stop. And now do they say the ball was fumbled? I think so. And the Hawks come up with it. So it's fumble. I didn't even see him lose the ball. I thought he just went down, and the Hawks have it now at their own 36-yard line. So forcing yet another turnover. And with just 48 seconds to go, the Hawks can run a play or two, and that should just about put this one in the books here tonight.
The final score, Eastern Green over North Central, 22-14, if my source is correct.
Wow. Well, North Central played them tough last year. Looks like they did again, so Valley may be in for a tough one next week. And Whitaker will take a knee here. I think the Hawks will probably just have to run one more play, and it will be a happy trip back to the Valley, or Springs Valley, as they will win their 5th in a row, getting ready for the North Central Thunderbirds coming up next Friday night to begin sectional 48 play. Whitaker takes the snap, drops to a knee, and that will indeed do it. Now the Hawks tested for a while in this one. North Daviess had it tied early on at 8. They even trailed 16-11, just by 5 at halftime. But the Hawks put it away with 3 scores, 1 in the 3rd quarter, 2 more here in the 4th quarter, and they win this one going away as they improve to 5-4 on the year, and the Cougars will end the regular season at 1-8. So unless the Cougars can beat Eastern Green next week, they will finish 1-9 for the 2nd consecutive year. But a nice win for the Blackhawks here tonight. Make it 5 in a row for Valley as they improve to 5-4 on the year. We'll be back to recap all of tonight's action in a moment. The final score here this evening from Cougar Valley in Elnora on the Fast Eddie's Country Store and Deli scoreboard. The Springs Valley Blackhawks 38, the North Daviess Cougars 11. You're listening to Springs Valley High School Football.
Hello, Valley football fans from Valley Marathon, where you can satisfy your gas tank and also satisfy your hunger with grilled chicken sandwich for just $2.89, or have a fresh grilled tenderloin for $3.59. We now offer big 44-ounce soft drinks for only 99 cents, and 2-liter Pepsi products just 99 cents at Valley Marathon.
It's Triple Truffle time at Dairy Queen of Springs Valley. Have a Triple Truffle Blizzard of the month or the $5 lunch, 3 pieces of chicken, fries, drink, and sundae for just $5 at Dairy Queen in French Lick.
What's better than enjoying a fine meal at 33 Brick Street in French Lick? Savoring each mouth-watering bite on their outdoor patio and courtyard. Enhance your 33 Brick Street dining experience by taking in the open air during these warm months. Their patio and courtyard, featuring a fire pit, is perfect for special occasions or events, including wedding receptions, anniversaries, birthdays, and more. They can even design a special menu for your event. Make your reservations by calling 33 Brick Street at 936-3370. That's 936-3370. 33 Brick Street in downtown French Lick, good food, all in a legendary atmosphere.
For the Brooks Galloway Real Estate Agency in French Lick and Pelly, this is Chris Burton with a new homeowner tip. The biggest investment most people will ever make is the purchase of a home, so you want to avoid making mistakes. We can help you find the right home for your family and situation. We have access to a large inventory and experience to give you confidence in your decision. The Brooks Galloway Agency has been trusted by families since 1971, helping people like you find the right home or sell a home, farm, or business. Call us at 936-7301 or take a look at some of our properties offered at brooksgalloway.com.
Colon cancer. It's called the silent killer because it usually has no outward symptoms until it's too late. A colonoscopy is the best way to detect and remove precancerous polyps. Screening helps save lives. If you are age 50 or older, talk to your doctor and get your colonoscopy scheduled at IU Health Paley Hospital. Colon cancer can be prevented. Commit to health and get checked.
And before we go any further, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Springs Valley High School football.
Catch all the action of Blackhawk and IU sports on the Sports Voice of the Valley, WFLQ, French Lick, Indiana.
Mike Hamilton along with Tracy Tucker back at Cougar Valley, where Springs Valley is a winner tonight over the host Cougars on senior night. 38-11 the final score, but Valley with 3 scores in the second half, putting this one away after the Cougars needed the ball game for the first 24 minutes. So it was good to see Valley tonight kind of reestablish their superiority in the ball game, and I'm sure Coach Hammond had a few choice words with his ball club there at halftime, with them only leading by 5.
Yeah, I think as we talked about earlier, I think after the first drive, our defense pretty well controlled the football game. North Daviess, we gave up a few yards here and there to North Daviess, but overall we pretty well controlled the game. Credit to our kids and the aggressiveness, and really started, they were tackling high that first couple of drives, and then really started honing in on their tackling technique and gang tackling, and just looked much more aggressive, much quicker, and finished off a good football game.
Let's look at the scoring in the contest. Valley got it going at the 10-10 mark of the opening quarter, taking the opening kickoff and going 68 yards in 6 plays in a minute and 50. The only touchdown pass of the game for Braden Whitaker as he hit Jackson Land for 16 yards. Whitaker ran it in for the 2-point conversion to make it 8-0. But the Cougars would come right back as they scored a little over 3 minutes later, putting together a 7-play, 70-yard drive, capped off by Winston Loniger's 1-yard run. He then took it in for the 2-point conversion, and we were tied at 8. The scoring, Valley would not score again until the 9:42 mark of the second quarter, when they put together a 4-play, 26-yard drive in a minute 28. The key on that one was a fake punt by the Cougars that backfired. They lost 9 yards. Valley took over at their own 26, and in 4 plays, Raheem Bell punched it in. Whitaker then ran it in for the 2-point conversion, and Valley had a 16-8 lead. But as they did on the Valley's first score, North Daviess came back and got points. Stalled with a 4th and 5 at the Valley 18. They brought in Carter Robinson, and he booted a 35-yard field goal with 7:36 to go to cut Valley's lead to 5 at 16-11. That's the way it stayed until halftime. Valley would actually fumble the ball on their first possession of the second half, deep in their own territory, as Wyatt Perkiser coughed it up. But give credit to Valley's defense. They held North Daviess on downs and forced a missed 30-yard field goal by Carter Robinson to keep Valley up by 5. Hawks then took advantage from their own 20. They then went 80 yards, 7 plays in 3 minutes and 12 seconds. 26-yard run around in by Colby Lowe with 2:18 to go in the third quarter. Gave Valley some breathing room at 22-11, even though they ruled Ryan Tao to be out of the end zone, or he's stepping out of the end zone before he caught the pass on the 2-point conversion. Valley would also score again with 10:03 remaining in the contest. This time it was Braden Whitaker running it in from 11 yards out, capping a 5-play, 81-yard march in 1 minute and 44 seconds. Colby ran it in for the 2-point conversion to make it 30-11. And although Valley would lose it again on a fumble, they put this one away with 3:46 to go on Isaiah Pantier's 16-yard scamper, the first touchdown of his career, and with Colton Dickey's run for the 2-point conversion, the Hawks went up 38-11, and that's the way it ended up. So Valley has beaten North Daviess 3 consecutive years now. This was the 59th meeting between these two schools. Valley continues to dominate in the series as they have won 43 of those 59 meetings. We'll take a quick break and look at these stats and hope to talk with Springs Valley coach Mark Hammond. Again, Valley a winner tonight on the Fast Eddie scoreboard. They knock off North Daviess 38-11 here in Cougar Valley. We'll return in a moment. This is Springs Valley High School football.
Mom, now that I'm back in school, I get to see all of my old friends and make new ones. Julie is my new BFF.
Best friend forever?
Well, yes, and she goes to Reeser Chiropractic Center, too.
That's nice. Does she have scoliosis like you?
No, she said chiropractic is just good for kids.
Well, I guess she's right.
She said just yesterday she was texting and not watching where she was walking and hit her head and hurt her neck pop. But she told her mom, and her mom said, time to see Dr. Lolita at Reeser Chiropractic Center. So, Mom, is it time for my next appointment yet?
I'll have to check.
I know the phone number. It is 812-723-2277.
Yes, I know. Maybe I'll make one for the both of us.
Go Blackhawks and go to Springs Valley Supply on Highway 145 in French Lick. Stop by for top quality Valspar paints for interior and exterior protection. And see the line of Cabot stains for steps and decks at Springs Valley Supply, your steel dealer in French Lick.
Hello, Valley football fans from Valley Marathon, where you can satisfy your gas tank and also satisfy your hunger with grilled chicken sandwich for just $2.89, or have a fresh grilled tenderloin for $3.59. We now offer big 44-ounce soft drinks for only 99 cents, and 2-liter Pepsi products just 99 cents at Valley Marathon.
This year, we will lose more people to colon cancer than to breast cancer or prostate cancer. But colon cancer can be prevented. A colonoscopy is the best test to detect and remove precancerous polyps. Screening helps save lives. If you are age 50 or older, talk to your doctor and get your colonoscopy scheduled at IU Health Paoli Hospital. Colon cancer can be prevented. Commit to health and get checked.
Back once again at Cougar Valley. Hawks win it tonight over the North Daviess Cougars to finish out the 2017 regular season, finishing with a final record of 5-4 as they knock off the Cougars by final count of 38-11. Before we look at the statistics, let's bring in head football coach Mark Hammond. And Coach, first of all, congratulations on the win tonight. And certainly after those first 4 losses, I think the goal of the team was to run the table over these last 5, and you just put the finishing touch on that.
Yeah, and that's what I was telling the kids down there on the field that, I'm really proud of the way we just continued to battle and fight and show up every day and try to get better. And that's what, I was telling them, after the 4 losses to start, and, we were getting, felt like we were getting a little better each week and stuff. And I was proud of them. They stuck with us and kept battling, kept getting better. And then, once we got it going, it was fun to watch, and they do a great job out there. So a lot of credit goes to seniors for not putting their heads down and keeping this team going. And then, like I said, everybody else following along. And, it takes all of them to do it. And, our practices have been great, and everybody's been showing up. And, that's what it takes. It's just a team effort from freshmen all the way up to the seniors, and the community's been behind us the whole way, so that's been a lot of fun as well.
I thought to give credit to North Daviess. On senior night, they played a spirited football game, at least there in that first half.
Well, and that's what, I was trying to tell the kids, and, you try to tell them all you want. They look at records, and they see they only beat, Wood Memorial, and they, they're thinking it's a pretty easy game. So, you try to tell them, though, they had, 14, 15 seniors, whatever, on the roster, and they're, Coach Helms does a great job with them. So we try to tell them they're going to come out ready to fight and ready to swing and give us, their best shot. And, the first half, that's exactly what happened. They kind of started in a little spread look that, we'd seen on film, but wasn't maybe as focused. And again, give Coach Helms credit. And then, once they got in the eye, we were still off a little bit. But again, we made some few adjustments. And Colton Reynolds, made him, go to nose there when they were in that eye or pro set. And that really made a difference. He had a big night out there.
Yeah, Coach, congratulations on the win, and to you and the rest of the team. And the big thing that stuck out to me, besides you take away that first drive, and I thought our defense really dominated the game. We gave up a few yards here or there. That, and I'm really impressed with the way Kobe Lowe's running the football.
Yeah, Kobe's starting to see the field really well, and like I said, his speed is just getting better and better as you go. And like I said, with Wyatt getting a little banged up there in the first half, it was that was tough. We had to have somebody step up, and a lot of people did. Justin Curtis or Jordan Curtis come in and did a nice job. What he was doing, Zach, made some nice runs, and Kobe and Raheem, all of them just stepped up, and that's what it's got to be. So again, defensively, once we made a few adjustments, I thought it was good. We did kind of get them down there and let them get that field goal on us, but that was again a little miscommunication on what we were trying to do out there, and gave a big run. But other than that, they kind of got comfortable. We got comfortable out there, and again, like I said, a lot of credit goes to North Daviess, but again, our kids just kept stepping up and making plays.
I thought one of the key plays was their fake punt, and I'm trying to remember now who came in and made the tackle.
Isaiah, I believe.
I think it was, because there were a lot of guys that made some big tackles here tonight for this team. But as I remember, I think there was another read that he came shooting it all the way from safety and ran a guy down, and those are the kind of hustle plays that you like to see.
Well, Isaiah, has another big night. He's our leading tackler on the year, and we put him back there in middle safety, really not to, cover the deep ball as much as do what he's doing, run sideline to sideline and track down those guys. And, I know a couple plays earlier, he's, chasing down 21, and you think, how many yards is that? And there's a loss of 2, or right at the line of scrimmage. And, again, they had that punt scenario, and we kept him out there on that just for that. So, hey, watch the side-to-side play, watch the fake punt. And Raheem did a nice job of stringing it out just a little bit. And next thing you know, here comes, Isaiah flying up in there and made a great play on that. So, again, that was a big momentum play for us as well.
I think even on the first drive, I don't think it was effort or talent or anything. We were tackling high.
Yeah,
first drive.
Well, and Tracy, you see it. You watch football enough, and that's what I was so probably more disappointed. We talked about being physical. This time of year, it's about being hungry and about being physical out there. Everybody's a little dinged up. Everybody's a little sore at this time of year. And we just didn't come out and be physical. I think we were hungry enough. I think, like I said, our effort was there. I just don't think we were hitting. And, finally, you jump them a little bit and make a few adjustments, and the hitting started. And we started doing a real nice job. I know Raheem, was really hammering that fullback once they were trying to lead it, and then Shipman was, tackling really low and hard there, several of them. And again, that just started everybody. Once that got going, I believe everybody started doing a nice job with it.
I really thought your play calling was outstanding tonight. There were, the mix, and then also I thought there were 2 or 3 times that you threw on first down, and I really liked the way you guys mixed it up.
Yeah, Coach Reynolds, like I said, he's over there calling the plays, and he's moved down on the field. And we talk, everybody talks. Coach Harris, Coach Hinkle, all of us are involved, and
And, that's the thing with, the luxury of having, Braden Whitaker back here, senior quarterback and stuff, that you're comfortable enough to know he's probably not going to make a mistake there on a first down throw. So you can do that where, you put a younger quarterback in there, you think, okay, is he going to be smart enough to throw the ball away or get out of trouble or whatever. So again, having Braden back here gives us a lot of open playbook to call some of those first down passes or give him a little freedom. And again, we had even a few check downs or checks for him that he was reading, Jackson, that guy's playing 10 yards off of him, just come up, throw it to him and get a few yards there. So if they're going to give it to us, take it. So he did a nice job reading that as well. And like I said, I thought once the backs started going, they were really running hard and our line was started getting a decent push. So again, nice job by Coach Reynolds and everybody just making sure we're staying on task here.
Kind of a small thing to point out, but a big thing is that we were picking up punts tonight. And, that makes a big difference.
Yeah.
Jackson took a couple chances maybe, but he's a good athlete. Did a good job on those punt returns.
Yeah, and that's something we've been talking about from day one. Don't let that ball go, hit the ground and take a bad hop and go 20 yards. I think we let the one go down toward the goal line there was the only one, and Zach was upset with himself. He was like, I just didn't want to come and chance it. And I was like, Zach, sometimes it just works out that way. Don't worry about that. It's okay. And so that's good to see. Just saying that right there. Zach's focused on that. He understands how big that momentum can switch when they get 20 yards of roll or whatever. So we got confidence in our kids, Zach, Jackson, Wyatt, whoever ends up being back here, pick that thing up, to secure it and try to make a play.
Yeah, that one there, I'll kind of defend Zach.
Zach,
I think that was one that he could have got to, and that just took a crazy bounce there at the end.
And that's what I said. Yeah, I told him the same thing. I said, don't worry about that. I mean, that happens sometimes out there. But, again, that's the type of kid he is. He's stepping up knowing that's not good for our team to start down there at the 2 or 3. So again, that's just the credit that they're smart kids. They understand the game, and they know what can happen. So we just say, just don't worry about it. We'll get a few first downs and everything. Hopefully be all right.
What's important has to be from the coaching perspective that this team continue to move forward tonight.
Right.
In your estimation, did they do that?
Yeah, and that's what I say. We had a few plays out there where we had a few penalties there where we looked like we were going to score on again, and the big punt return by Jackson. Then we had a couple blocking backs, and we get down there again. Then we get inside the 5 or right around the 5, and we have I don't know if it's a chop block or something. I can't remember what that call was, but backed us up. So you look at those things like, all right, we could get down from there and hang our heads pretty quick, but this is this year where the kids are just hey, going on the next play. That's all the coaches are focused on, trying to get the kids refocused in. Yeah, it's easy to stay mad and stay mad at the official. We say, guys, we can't worry about that stuff. We got to move on to the next play. They're going to run another play, or we're going to run another play. So we can get over it, or we can start keep pouting about it and make it affect our play. And they're not doing that right now.
All right, coaches, we look ahead now. We already know the opponent, North Central, and from what Tracy said, they played Eastern Green extremely tough here tonight.
Oh, yeah.
So it will indeed be a test next week.
Oh, I mean, we've been, we know that. We've been talking to other coaches and seeing what they got, and we knew that, they're a talented football team. Coach Nolting up there is doing a great job. They're running a little wishbone. They got a couple nice backs. The quarterback's really quick. But they don't try to trick you a lot. We're going to know what they do, and it's just going to be if we can man up and then stop it. But I think we got a lot of weapons that can hurt them a little bit. Hopefully Wyatt's okay. Like I said, he got a little dinged up tonight. We'll figure out how he is. But again, we got some things I think we can do. They haven't faced too many quarterbacks like Braden and our passing attack that we have. And again, our motion stuff. So it should be a fun ball game to watch. But again, it'll take a complete effort, and that's we know it will, and we'll be ready though.
All I ask is one favor: next week when we get back home, don't allow Tracy to sit in front of a fogged up window.
Well, we'll see what we can do. I might just paint it all black up there so you guys can't see, so you guys just guess what's going on. You tell me where he's going to sit. We'll make sure we have something up there for him.
I'm kind of a baby, but I was a little mad tonight.
I don't know what's wrong with that. You can see clear right through that. I'm just teasing.
Coach, have a safe trip back to French Lake tonight, and we'll look forward to seeing the guys next Friday.
All right. Appreciate that. Hope everybody safe travels home, and have a good weekend. Everybody have a good fall break next week.
Yeah, good luck this week, Coach.
Go volleyball and go.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Good luck to the volleyball and cross country regional. I think tomorrow got 5 runners in that, I believe.
Yeah, we forgot about that.
And then like I said, the bands in regionals, I believe, down in Evansville Central, and like I said, volleyball. Joe, hopefully big weekend down there. They'll hopefully come back with a big sectional crown.
Well, you got to start it off on the right foot, so can't blame anybody for the football team.
There you go. That's right. We got Friday night under control here tonight. So.
All right.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
All right, that is Mark Hammond, the head coach of the Springs Valley Blackhawks, as Valley wins it here tonight by a score of 38-11. Let's take a look at the final numbers. Valley eclipses the 400-yard rushing mark tonight. 300 of those were on the ground in 34 carries. Big night, probably a career best for Colby Lowe. 12 carries, 128 yards, and a touchdown. Wyatt Perkeiser, and we didn't realize that. We knew he hadn't been playing in the second half, Tracy, but no carries there in that second half.
Yeah, I kind of thought that, but wasn't quite sure. Of course, with this window I had to look through. I wasn't sure about the numbers either.
Right. Well, Wyatt had 6 carries in the first half for 49 yards. Good night for Raheem as well. 6 carries, 42 yards, and a score. Braden carried 6 times for 28 yards. Zach Carnes 2 for 21, and even Jordan Curtis in relief there of Wyatt carried twice for 32 yards. He had that nice little 26-yard scamper as well. The passing department, Braden was 8 out of 16 for 106 yards and 1 touchdown. His favorite receiver, of course, Jackson Land. He caught 6 of those for 62 yards. Zach caught 1 for 1, and Ryan Tao had a big catch that helped Valley on one of their touchdown drives. He caught a pass for 43 yards. A whopping 18 first downs tonight for Valley, 13 on the ground, 4 through the air, and 1 by penalty. They only got to third down 7 times tonight, converted 3 of those. They were 0 for 3 on fourth down conversions. Time of possession tonight, 22 minutes and 46 seconds. They did turn it over twice. Those were both fumbles, and I believe just 1 punt tonight for Braden Whitaker. That was for 39 yards. For North Daviess tonight, they ended up with 234 yards of total offense, most of those on the ground, 206 to be exact. Winston Loniger was their workhorse. He had it 24 times, carried for 109 yards. DJ Owens, 12 carries for 33. Ethan Malone had a carry there in that first half. They couldn't bring him down. In fact, Valley thought they had him stopped, and he broke free and ended up with a 43-yard run. He carried 1 other time for 45 yards. 6 of 13 passing for Jacob Combs for 28 yards, no touchdowns. He was intercepted 1 time. That was Trenton McElfresh picking off a pass on fourth down. Cougars picked up 11 first downs, 10 on the ground, 1 through the air, and Valley did a pretty nice job holding them to just 5 of 14 on third down conversions. They were 0 for 3 on fourth downs. They also had 2 turnovers tonight, 1 fumble, and 1 interception. After a myriad of penalties by both teams in the first half, both of them settled down. Valley had 4 penalties tonight for 41, but only 1 in the second half, and the Cougars were penalized 5 times, also for a total of 41 yards. Britton Helms punted twice, averaging 29 yards, and as we said, Braden had just 1 punt, and that was for 39 yards. In the end, though, it's a big win for this Springs Valley team as they defeat the North Daviess Cougars by a final count of 38-11. They improved to 5-4 now, and will have a nice string going in as they get ready for sectional play coming up Friday night. We'll be back to talk about that as we wrap things up when we return to North Daviess High School in a moment. This is Springs Valley High School football.
When it comes to shopping local, most of us think of small, friendly mom-and-pop shops with their quality products and commitment to their community. You may not think of Smithville as a local company, but it is. An Indiana company built by Hoosiers for Hoosiers. Nationally recognized for outstanding fiber internet, TV, voice, and security, as well as incredible customer service provided by your fellow Hoosiers. Go local. Visit switchtosmithville.com for the fastest internet and more. You'll be in good hands.
This is Springs Valley senior wide receiver Ryan Tao. Keep it tuned to Q100 all season long for Blackhawks football.
Chicago's Pizza, good. Stop by Chicago's on the Boulevard in French Lick for the salad bar lunch, 11 to 1:30, Monday through Friday. Salad, pizza, breadsticks, and drink, all for $7.99 at Chicago's Pizza in French Lick. Back for the final time at Cougar Valley, the Hawks spoil senior night for North Daviess as they come in and pull away in the second half, recording a 38-11 victory over the Cougars to finish the regular season at 5-4. North Daviess now stands at 1-8 as we finish up the regular season. And I don't know, Tracy, at times I thought the season went fast. Other times I thought it might have drug on a little bit, probably in those first 4 weeks when it seemed like we were playing just really outstanding opponents. But here over these last 5 weeks, the Hawks have proved their determination and come away with victories. Most of them have been rather lopsided. Obviously, the game against Perry Central, nip and tuck affair that we were able to pull out there in the end. But hopefully Mark Hammond and his coaching staff can honestly say that this team is playing their best football right now, and this is when they need to be doing it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, as a coach, coaching staff, you look at your team from any sport, you look at your team where you start, and you want to show improvement at the end of the year, and I think we've definitely done that as a unit. And the season probably went about as what everyone expected. Probably the West Washington game, the coaches are probably wishing they might have that one back. But other than that, I think it pretty well went as expected. And we've got a nice football team, and we've got a lot of versatility, and we got a shot in the sectional for sure.
Absolutely. Main thing is make sure everybody is healthy going into next week's game.
Absolutely. Let's hope Wyatt, whatever he's got, is not nothing serious, and keep our thoughts and prayers with him and his family. And that is definitely a key in sports, is the health of your ball club.
And I don't care what you say, it's never bad, I think, to not have to hop on the bus, make the other team make the 2 or I don't know how long it's going to take by bus. There's no really good way to get to French Lick, I guess, from Farmersburg. So the only thing is that both schools will be on fall break. That's also why I think they're keeping the game time at 7 o'clock next week instead of moving it back a little bit, even with the distance between the schools. So that'll probably maybe give North Central a little bit more of an advantage, if there is such a thing.
Yeah, they got a little bit of travel, but it's always great playing at home. And one thing I like about us playing at home is I like the black jerseys. I just think we look sharper, and also it's kind of my theory is it's kind of easier to hide the football when you got black jerseys.
Right. Well, if we base games on the style of uniforms, we'd win the state every year.
Yeah, absolutely.
All righty. All right. Well, as we said before, too, we want to wish we didn't intentionally mean to skip our cross-country runners, and we want to wish them the best. I'm probably going to leave somebody out here, but I know Owen Berger and Justin Curtis for the boys, and then Maya Miller, Addie Buffington, and Alana Nelson qualified. I don't think Alana's going to run tomorrow because the volleyball team playing in the sectional. So I think I got all 3 of those, and if I didn't, I certainly apologize, and I'll correct myself if somebody tells me that I mentioned that incorrectly. But I think I've got that information correct. We wish them the best, the volleyball team the best, and certainly Luke Aylesworth and the Black Hawk Brigade going down to Evansville Central tomorrow. Let's hope on Monday we can have a, it's going to maybe have to be a week from Monday, because there's no school. Well, I'm rambling on. At any rate, let's just hope all the teams do well.
And they all have good shots as well. It's not.
I think so. I wouldn't call any of them a long shot by any stretch of the imagination. Here tonight, Braden Whitaker adds to his career touchdown list, and Raheem Bell, Colby Lowe, and Isaiah Pantier, his first ever touchdown as Valley cruises, pulling away from North Daviess in the second half on their way to a 38-11 win. They now improve to 5-4 on the year as they get ready for sectional play next Friday night as they host the North Central Thunderbirds. North Daviess goes to Eastern Green Their final regular season record will be 1-8. Valley makes it 3 straight wins now over the Cougars, and they lead in the overall series now at 43-16. As always, we're grateful to our many advertisers who have allowed us to bring this game into your home car business wherever you might be tuning in, and we're especially appreciative of the cooperation we receive from our participating schools, so we send a thank you to the administration and coaches for both Springs Valley and North Daviess High Schools. We hope you've enjoyed tonight's broadcast as much as it has been our pleasure and privilege to bring it to you. Don't forget, a big day of sports tomorrow. We'll start it at noon as the Springs Valley Lady Hawks look for a sectional title. They'll take on Campbellton in the semifinal at noon tomorrow down at Tecumseh. If they are successful, they'll come back at 8 o'clock to play in the championship. They'll either face Northeast DuBois or Tecumseh, who's playing in that second semifinal. We'll also have IU football in between. We'll join that in progress. Homecoming for the Hoosiers tomorrow as the Michigan Wolverines are in town. And then make sure you're with us for our next broadcast of Springs Valley football. 1 week from tonight, we'll be back at the Hawks Nest as Valley begins sectional 48 play, taking on the North Central Thunderbirds. Kickoff set for 7 o'clock. Our broadcast coverage to begin at 6:35. For our studio engineer this evening, Adam Hole, and for Tracy Tucker, this is Mike Hamilton, bidding you a fond and pleasant farewell from Cougar Valley, North Daviess High School in Elnora, where tonight's final score on the Fast Eddie's Country Store and Deli scoreboard was the Springs Valley Blackhawks 38, the North Daviess Cougars 11. This is Springs Valley High School football.
WFLQ, the sports voice of the Valley. And thanks for listening for tonight's presentation of Springs Valley High School football. And tonight's game brought to you by Smithville, offering DSL and fast internet service to customers. Another way to serve you better. By Sullivan Financial of Raymond James and Associate Investments, Highway 60 and 9th Streets in Mitchell. Springs Valley Metals, formerly Medco, Highway 145, French Lick. Brooks Galloway Real Estate and Appraisal, 8481 West College Street, French Lick, 936-7301. The IU Health Paley Hospital, the only nationally ranked health system in the state of Indiana. Leisure Chiropractic in Paley, the natural way to good health. 33 Brick Street, good food and a legendary atmosphere at downtown French Lick. And by Spring Valley Bank and Trust Company, offices in French Lick, Jasper, and Paley. You can best show your appreciation for the broadcast by telling and patronizing our sponsors. Tune in all season long here, Springs Valley High School Sports, on your power station for sports. This is Q100, WFLQ French Lick.